We are amazing. It's JKJ in the morning. Friday. Happy Friday. You can stream us live on YouTube if you'd like to check out what's going on here in the Mix 100 studios in Lone Tree, Colorado. You can just search us by looking up Mix 100 Denver on YouTube or go to mix100.com and click the YouTube link there. It's all brought to you by our good friends over at Safeway. And listen, if you want to come see the morning show, we're going to be out and about tomorrow. Are you guys pumped? Are you psyched?
Oh, I'm going to be all bundled up.
Yeah,
ready to
that's
go.
all right.
And
It's still going to be a good time. It's Denver's St. Patrick's Day Parade. We'll be there. The parade, I believe, starts at 9:30. That's the kickoff. And we'll be somewhere in the parade. So pop by, see us. What we want you to do is make these big old signs that say Denver's Best Beads in honor of Denver's best music. And when we see you, we'll come over and give you some beads and get your phone number and then go out on a date. And the next thing you know, we'll be married.
Oh, wow.
So that's all going on tomorrow. If you want more information, Denver's St. Patrick's Day Parade.com.
Got a whole fantasy up in your head there.
Oh, it's going to be a busy day on Saturday. Busy day. There is a story out this morning actually about St. Patrick's Day. They said about almost 50% of us are going to be wearing green this weekend.
Only
the parade.
50%?
Yeah. Only 50%. Yeah. We've got green shirts that we got from the station that we'll be wearing. I actually ordered a bright green hoodie and a hat with a shamrock on it. Like, I'm going all out for this parade.
You are ready.
Watch out now.
Yeah.
I'm spending my own money on this parade. Almost 30% of us are going to be hitting the bars. Yeah. A big number of us going to be eating the Irish food.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Love corned beef and cabbage.
I was already Googling the best place to eat it in Denver because I need to have that.
My crock pot. Are you
okay.
kidding me?
Yeah. All right. Y'all make it.
Yeah,
okay.
I usually get a slab from Costco. They got some pretty decent corned beef, and it is truly the one time a year that Nick Nack lets me have it.
Yeah,
she's not a fan.
No, I don't eat it
what?
other than this one day. This is the day I eat it.
Yeah, you put a slab there on your plate with the yellow mustard, and then you do the potatoes in a separate crock pot and the cabbage. Oh, my God, it's good eating.
Dude.
Crack open a Guinness. And
my mouth is watering.
The fresh
give it some
grain
hell.
mustard,
No, I just go straight up yellow.
Do you?
Just boring yellow mustard.
I've got to have the grain with the little pearls in it.
The stone ground?
Yummy.
Mm-hmm. I love stone ground
I
mustard.
do, too.
It's so
good. It is.
I like it with ham, though, when we do our Easter ham.
Yeah.
God, I cover it in the stone ground mustard.
Yummy.
Look at us talking mustard to get things kicked off. This is why radio's so popular.
I
Number
know,
one
right?
mustard talk
This
show
is
in town.
why radio is so popular. Speaking of, there is a story out this morning that says radio is still in the top 3 of the most popular things to be listening to.
Heck yeah.
Number 1, of course, streaming services, and it just keeps going up and up. Number 2, beat radio just by a little bit, live concerts. People like going to live concerts. And then number 3, radio.
You probably think like Taylor Swift's tour the last couple of years for
Could
that.
be. The funny number in the story is that people are still spending $53 a year on CDs.
Oh, well, you know why? I think that is because artists like Taylor Swift, they give CDs out or vinyl even still, and they put extra songs on there.
Yeah, it's a
that
special
are not,
CD.
Yeah, that are not allowed on like MP3 or anything like that. So
I think it's because my mom.
You think your mom's out there buying her Teddy Swim CD?
Jenny's
She
out
just
there.
bought a
Yes.
Teddy Swim CD. I told you guys she was all pissed off when my dad bought his new truck because there wasn't a CD player in it. She's like, how am I going to listen to my music?
oh, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
Well, Mom, there's
many
many
ways.
other ways. Many other ways. I have a question for you guys. See this right here? It's a
No.
protein
Yeah,
bar.
protein
bar. There was a box of them in our kitchen this morning.
Ooh.
It was there last night, too.
2 questions.
Yeah.
Is it rude that I took them all and put them in our office?
That's what I was going to do.
No.
Like, I was
Did you
gonna...
really?
I
That's
took them
funny.
all, so there's in the drawer in there if you guys want one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually, like many office places, you put the freebies on the kitchen counter. Like
Yeah.
if you're done with it, it goes on the kitchen counter and everybody attacks it like sharks. Second thing, should we eat them?
I mean, who brought them?
Well, you go first,
Do
and
you
then you let
know?
us know.
Do you
It's not a
know?
matter of who brought them. Every one of these has an expiration date of 8/16 of 24.
Oh.
That's why they're on the counter.
I get
Try
it
it.
now. They're giving us
Should I
their
try it right now?
expired
Yeah.
food?
If
It's
you,
an old.
I want to
know,
know who
It's
put
one of
that
the.
up
It's
there.
still soft.
you keel over during the show, then Katie and I know not to eat it.
Exactly. You test that out.
Tastes yucky.
Oh, how does it taste too? Because that's what
It's
I didn't.
peanut butter.
Oh, then you're fine.
Does
It
it?
tastes a little bland,
Yeah.
But that's every power
but I
bar
think
there
that's because
is.
it's vegan, non-GMO, no soy or dairy ingredients.
All the fun got taken out of that.
12 grams of plant protein and gluten-free.
Oh, plant protein even.
I might as well chew on my binder here.
I
On my
know,
trapper
yeah.
keeper. It
Mine's
tastes fine. I
tastes
think we'll
the
be all
same.
right. Again, those
Yeah.
dates are generally just suggestions. It
Are
says
they?
best by. It doesn't say expires by, so it's
Yeah,
best
you'll be
by.
fine.
So
That thing is so and it's in the package. You're
top
yeah.
left drawer in the office if you guys want one.
Okay.
Cool.
How was your night last night, Katie
Noted.
Cat? I know you were going on a walk. Or
I did,
something.
yeah. I went on a walk. I have a new 4-mile walk that I go on. And I have a couple walks that I can choose in my new spot now, and I love it. I just absolutely adore it. I took a video of the view on my walk, and you can see the entire mountain range from like Colorado Springs all the way up to Boulder area. Like you can see that from my trail. And
I saw that video.
Is gorgeous. So
And
I'm
not to
just-
mention you're like right around all those multi-million-dollar homes.
Oh my
too.
gosh, it's
beautiful
crazy.
houses.
Such pretty houses and townhomes, and yeah, it's a really nice walk. So I'm very excited about that. I also
Does that walk go along a certain golf course?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's a very,
right by
very
a golf
pretty-
course.
very pretty
so
walk.
pretty. So I'm very excited that I have a new walk. I dyed my hair last night, and I
It looks
waited.
great.
Amazing.
Thank
It was
you.
the first thing Josh and I noticed.
We
No.
actually
came in
talked about it
today.
when you left the building
Did
earlier.
you?
Yeah.
Did
Oh my
you?
God, Katie's hair looks so
and it
good.
smells amazing.
You wouldn't know that, Josh,
Amazing.
because you didn't smell my hair like
She
I asked
leaned-
you to.
One of the
Yeah.
first things she did this morning was lean over and go, "Josh, smell my head." And I was like,
no,
No.
He
Not
said,
again.
I'm never gonna do that.
"But
Actually,
thank you for the offer."
I just wanted him to smell what hair smells like when you dye it.
My
with the
mom
box
is a
dye.
hairstylist.
I know, but I don't go get my hair done at the salon. It's a box dye, so there's a specific smell that comes with it. And I was just like,
Yeah,
like
"Hey."
it's been
chemicals.
sitting on the
like,
shelf
you
at
can
Walmart
smell
for
this,
4
like,
years.
but yeah, he wasn't having that.
Smells like
but
burning flesh.
It is much darker, so that was fun. But yeah, I mean, I had a pretty
looks
chill
good.
night. Thank you.
I had something, or I did something that I thought was hilarious because it's just the most pure lazy thing in the entire world last night. So last night was like the big lunar eclipse thing that was
Yeah.
going on. And I probably could have gotten up and just looked outside my window, but I found a live stream on TikTok where he was live streaming
Oh,
the
Yeah.
moon
yeah.
going to the lunar eclipse. So
Yeah.
I watched the moon go through its lunar eclipse phase
on TikTok.
on TikTok because I didn't want to get out of bed because it was late and I was cozy and warm
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But I didn't go outside on my patio or my, just look out my bedroom window even.
Yeah.
I watched the moon go through a lunar eclipse phase on TikTok.
I can see you doing that.
No.
Yep,
I
didn't wanna
looks
get out of
good.
bed.
Such a Gen Z
Looks
thing
good.
to do.
I just wanted to check it out. I was like, yep, looks
Oh my
good. There it
gosh.
is. It's red. Okay, good night.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Time for sleep.
Rolled over and kissed your friend goodnight.
Probably. Nope. I slept alone last
Yeah.
night.
Oh, that's a
Aw.
first. That's a first. I do have to laugh because Katie was going off about her walk and how she's out there, she's exercising, she's getting healthy.
And then I did 150 crunches on my
Oh,
ab
look at that.
lounger. I know. I
There you
get her
go.
done.
Last night I was at the gym right around 7:00, and I shot. Katie and I were texting about some stuff, and I shot her a picture of the bike I was on, and I was getting close to 8 miles on the bike
Yeah.
at 7:00 at night. She's like, "You're not going to sleep," and I was like, "I know." And she goes, "Here's what I see right now," and as I'm doing 8 miles on the bike, she shoots back a picture of looks like 2 Eggo waffles.
Yeah.
With some sort of chocolate substance in the middle. So she had one waffle that she filled with chocolate on top and then put another waffle on top of it.
Actually, that was just one waffle folded in half.
Oh,
but
is that? Okay.
It is,
It was
yes.
hard to tell. I thought you
It
had
was
2
taco.
a waffle taco
filled
yes.
with chocolate.
Was it Nutella?
Oh, it was so good. No, it was just the melting chocolate. Because just the backstory on that, real quick. I am being healthy.
Oh, right.
I am. I'm making the frozen yogurt fruit pops. So I cut up a bunch of strawberries. I've got Greek yogurt. I mixed all that up and I'm freezing that in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do that today because it has to freeze for 24 hours. And then you dip it in the melted chocolate. So when I put it in the freezer last night, I was like, well, I really want one of those and I can't have one. So then I was like, well, I'm just going to put that chocolate into a waffle.
Now I need a delivery
Yes.
device. There's waffle left or chocolate left. How do I get that into my mouth?
So my whole intention was to be healthy. I just haven't got there yet.
I just thought it was so funny. I was sitting there on the bike and I was laughing. I was like, A tale of two different worlds here.
Oh, yeah. But I did go on a 4-mile walk earlier. Just wanted to
I
point that out.
deserve that chocolate waffle.
That waffle taco
I
was
deserve it.
mine.
You better make it 5 miles today.
I
too.
know,
Oh,
right?
5
You better
miles.
do some cardio, too.
You funny. You a funny lady. All right, guys, we've got a trending report coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll give you the updates on all the local stuff going around, including a big event coming to town that I know Josh is going to be excited about. And how about that airplane at DIA last night?
Oh, my gosh.
Who wants to go on a flight? Raise your hand.
Nope, not me.
We'll dive into those stories and more coming up in the trending report with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. First check of traffic time. Denver's best music, Mix 100 with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh in the morning. Thanks for hanging out with us. We are streaming live on YouTube. If you want to check us out, just search Mix 100 Denver on YouTube. The qualifying is going to start on Monday for the brand new Mix 100 Flyaway promotion. We're calling it Code Play for Coldplay. Boy, that's easy to say.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. Be listening for a flight number. We'll give you one in the 8 a.m. hour, and Big Rob will give you another flight code in the 1 p.m. hour, and then be listening to Nina in the afternoon, and she'll do a little cue to call, and you got to call in and regurgitate the numbers from both shows. It's pretty darn simple. When you qualify, you will be handed a autographed vinyl copy of Coldplay's new album, Moon Music. And then, boom, you'll be qualified for that flyaway, which is going to be in Miami. Super neat. Fun starts Monday. Want more information? Mix100.com. We're happy about this. We all really like Coldplay.
Yeah.
So.
And what a fun thing for you to get to fly out to Miami to see them, too. Like, that is on another level.
It is on another level.
Yeah.
Let's not start with that plane story at DIA.
I know. I was just thinking, maybe
we shouldn't start with that story.
Maybe the gluten-free bakery is what we'll talk about first, right? In Longmont.
Oopsies.
Oh,
yeah.
my
How about that
goodness.
bakery, Katy?
Yeah, because that's a big deal. Good Love Foods in Longmont.
Yes.
It's a gluten-free bakery.
Awesome.
And they just got a shark in their corner on Shark Tank.
Which
this
one?
This is a pretty big deal. So Lori Greiner teamed
love
up
her.
with owner Chanel of Good Love Foods. And Chanel says that she has cracked the code when it comes to gluten-free products, because I'm sure you both, Josh and Jeremy, have tried some kind of gluten-free something at some point.
yeah.
Nick Nack went gluten-free for a while.
Yeah.
Because she was having some stomach issues. And it's come a long way.
It has come, a long
way.
But I think you could also just admit that there's something off with it, right? Every time I try something gluten-free,
Something a little
I'm like,
different.
something's
tastes
just not
different, yeah.
there. It's
It's
missing.
a little grainy
It's
or
missing
dry,
the gluten,
or
is what it
it's missing the
is.
flavor.
Yeah, so
Missing the good stuff.
Chanel says that she has again cracked this code, and her gluten-free products, really, people rave about them. She said that people actually check the package to make sure it's gluten-free because they're that good. And what she does is she makes these gluten-free products, and then she freezes them and then sells them in the freezer section.
She's brilliant.
So brilliant. And again, like, all of the sharks passed on it because here's the thing is she doesn't have the resources to have it doled out professionally, I guess, or on, you know what I mean? Like, she is
Like
in
on
there,
a mass
yeah,
scale?
mass scale. Thank
Nationally,
you.
yeah.
So she is in there cutting everything still. She said she's cut 80,000 cinnamon rolls.
Jeez.
Oh my
That's a job that I would
gosh.
want, though.
Right? I know. That sounds like
Be
not
licking
the
my
worst job.
fingers all
Oh.
day.
Not the worst job. But
Oh.
that's kind of why the Sharks were like, well, we don't really want to team up with you because you don't have that set in stone yet. But Lori's like, no, we're going to do it together. I'm going to get you in all the grocery stores. I'm going to make sure you are the gluten-free product they
I
talk
love
about.
this.
That's
And it's
awesome.
right in
You know, a lot of
Longmont.
these companies that these sharks glom onto really do take off
Yeah.
and become quite successful.
Yeah.
I was
Absolutely.
really deep into that show for a while, and I love it when they invest in these small businesses like
Yeah.
It's a
this.
squatty potty.
And she's gonna
Exactly.
kick butt. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
is. That's awesome.
I just started following that Robert Herkovec
Okay, yeah.
from the show on his YouTube channel because he's a billionaire, and just to see the his daily life and what he does as a billionaire with the meetings and the events he goes to and touring houses and buying cars. It's a fascinating YouTube
Oh,
channel.
I'm sure.
Fascinating
Not a bad
to
life,
see what it's like to live as a billionaire. It is really
I want
interesting.
to watch that.
And not to mention, he's just a really cool dude.
Yeah.
Just happy. Just
Most of the Sharks are.
they
Like,
Yeah.
obviously
I
they're
love-
billionaires.
No,
You know.
Mark Cuban. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Mark Cuban just for basketball reasons.
Yeah.
But then he got on that show, and I'm like, I actually
I like
kind of
him.
really like this
Yeah.
guy. you
Kevin
know?
O'Leary cracks me up.
Yeah.
He's
He's cool.
wonderful.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
cool.
Yeah.
just really good stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
So anyway,
so
side note.
congratulations to that bakery teaming up with a shark, and we're hoping to
Yay.
see you in the frozen food section.
We're hoping to get some samples of
Love
those
Foods.
cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon
Cinnamon
rolls.
rolls.
Hey, here's another really really awesome story, and this one's going out to Josh because Denver's going to be hosting an exclusive Lego event for adults.
No way.
I know. Brick Slope, Colorado's putting it on. It's happening April 24th through the 27th, and they're going to have all kinds of stuff for adult fans of Lego. Now, they're going to have a lot of those adult, or I guess Lego sets that are pretty rare. So, yeah, they're going to have a lot of those set up. Also, things you can purchase.
Sounds expensive to me.
Things you can just see. But
sounds like an event that you don't want to trip and fall.
I know, right? Yeah, you want to make sure you're not feeling clumsy that day.
You got to go to this thing sober.
You do.
I might go to this thing actually, because
well,
there's a lot of like different things that you can go do and like make trades and stuff. And really the only Legos I ever wanted to buy were the really like rare ones.
Yeah.
I've done the math. I've spent pretty well over like 10K on
easy.
the Legos altogether.
Easy.
And the ones that I've bought are ones that are not easily attainable anymore because they're just the old ones that came out and they just don't sell them anymore. And I would like to maybe make some trades here. So, or just
would you like to trade my Millennium Falcon?
I would like to sell
for
some
your
too.
complete
Yeah.
Spider-Man set?
See how much I could make off of those.
It's funny because even the ones that are, in circulation now and they're pretty popular. Zoe just did a Mona Lisa. She also really likes Legos. And that was $100, so they're not cheap. Even the ones that are going around now,
Nothing
The Nintendo one I want's like $300.
Exactly.
I just can't bring myself to buy it because then it's like, it's $300 on Legos. I'm like,
and this, I don't know.
You know how many He-Man toys I could buy without $300?
I don't know if you know this, though, Jeremy.
What?
Lego's the most popular toy out there.
It
The
is.
most popular and the most, I guess, worthy. Like, it's how much it's worth is worth more than any other
It's
toy
weird.
company
They're
in the
valuable,
nation.
Lego prices appreciate, which is very rare for toys to do that.
Yeah.
That are like, even if they're being built, like you can actually build them, take them out of the box and build them, and they still tend to make money as time goes on, which is very weird because most of the time it's like, oh, mint in the box, like it never been touched before.
With your He-Man toys.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
It's
but
crazy.
with
Oh,
Legos, you
yeah.
can play with it. And they're going to
cool.
have, by the way, a graffiti wall, racetracks,
Hey.
minifig trading, mock displays, and sumo bot wrestling with
Oh,
Lego
my
bots.
God.
So
That is cool.
Probably a good
sounds
place to
like-
find a date. Probably a
I
lot of
know.
desperate people there looking for love is my guess.
That's where I want to go, huh? That's where
Yeah.
you've just deemed me to. And
Katie,
go
you might
look
want
for
to go check it
desperate
out.
people.
Katie, you and I can go. Let's go.
No,
I'll go.
I know where I'm going. Hanging Lake, because
Oh,
reservations for Hanging Lake open Monday at 8 a.m. It's still one of the places I have not been to in Colorado.
Oh, really? It's
I
so
need to go.
pretty.
Well, I made a reservation a couple years ago, but then we had a freak ice storm in May, and they closed the pass, so I couldn't make it up there. I was so bummed. But you need to have a reservation to hike that trail just outside of Glenwood Springs. They
Yeah,
made
because
that
people were
happen.
ruining it.
People were ruining it. That's why we
Yeah.
can't have nice things. But oh my gosh, one of the most sought after places in Colorado. I cannot
Is
wait
it
to go.
clean and cleared up now? Because
Oh, yeah.
there's those fires there, and it made all that water really murky.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
So
all crystal clear again.
I think they had to close it last season for the whole season, if I'm not wrong, but it is open this year, and they said yes, that they have done all those upgrades to the path.
Excellent.
Made sure it is in tip-top shape now for people to come
It's a
visit.
good hike to get up there, too.
Yeah.
It's a really just a good hike.
So you've went?
Yes, it's
Yeah?
been probably 10 years or so since we've been up there. Actually, it might have been more than that. I don't even know if we had kids. But yeah, once you get up there,
make
it's
a reservation.
Yeah, it was definitely then, but
Yeah.
super pretty. And that's
Oh.
like some of the just clearest water up there.
Yeah.
And people were like throwing their cans in the water
Oh,
and
you
letting their
can't do
dogs
that.
in there. And it's
I
like,
don't
don't
like
do that.
Exactly. Don't
Now they
ruin it
keep
for
track of who's
everybody.
up there.
They do. Don't ruin it for everybody. Hanging Lake,
Yeah.
again, Monday, 8 a.m. You can start getting your reservations booked. How about this one? Westminster cops looking for a burglar who broke into an apartment at 1 a.m., then helped himself to some snacks.
He was just
Yep,
hungry.
made some
Did you
snacks
break
in the
into
kitchen.
somebody's house?
I did
Katie?
it. And then they took a nap on the couch.
Katie, was this you?
No, it
This
wasn't
was
me.
you.
It wasn't me.
This
But
was you.
Before they left, they grabbed some electronics and the blanket that they were napping on the couch with.
This thing
It's
sucks.
like, as long as I'm here.
This is like Goldilocks.
This is the softest blanket. It is like
It
Goldilocks.
is. I was just hungry and needed a
totally.
nap. That's all.
I just needed some seep.
So
Oh
they
my
didn't find
gosh.
him,
Pretty
or
funny.
did they
They
find him?
haven't found him yet. No, they're still looking for
What the hell?
napping burglar,
That's
as they call it. The
hilarious.
hungry napping burglar.
Like the laziest burglar ever.
Exactly.
I'm gonna break in, have a
Straight
snack,
up took
take a nap.
And people were in the house when he did it. Like they were sleeping. They said they didn't hear anything and they wouldn't have known if the blanket wasn't gone.
That's
and
so
then they
scary.
caught him.
How big
on
is
their
this
cameras.
house? Was this
it's
a
an
house?
apartment.
An apartment?
He
They didn't
broke
hear?
into an apartment in Westminster. and stole stuff.
This guy had to have been like a former ballet dancer or
I
something.
know,
with very
right?
soft, delicate feet to
He's a ninja.
tiptoe. Maybe he's a ninja.
He's a ninja.
Guy's all
A
Chuck
sleepy ninja.
Norris.
He's a sleepy ninja.
That's
okay.
funny.
And then there's more tickets here with Cheyenne Frontier Days. Did you hear about their ticket sales?
There was
being
a bot
postponed?
issue?
There was a bot attack yesterday.
Oh, no.
When they opened up the sale for their tickets for Cheyenne Frontier Days. And so much so that they're like, you know what? This makes it unfair for people who want to come and check out our lineup. We don't want to do this. So they just shut her down. They said, wait until we have it all fixed. And now they're opening ticket sales back up again on Monday morning. But yeah, they're like, we're not going to let you get all the tickets.
Good for them.
Bots.
I love
Stupid
that.
bots. I like it too, because you know that what's going to happen is those people are going to get hundreds of tickets at that price and then try and scalp them for even more.
Yep.
And that's just not fair for people who are fans of Luke Bryan and Cody Johnson, some of the acts who are going to be up there at Cheyenne Frontier Days. So I think it's a good move on their part. Way to go.
You don't
That's
want to mess
awesome.
with the country folk.
You don't.
They'll come
They're
punch
like,
you right in the mouth.
Wait a minute. What just happened?
Have you
Just
guys
show
ever
me
been to
that
Cheyenne
bot.
Frontier Days?
I have never.
Did we cover this yesterday?
No, that's the Grand Junction one.
Yeah, Country Jam.
Country
is
Jam.
Oh,
but
different
it's like
one.
the
Two
same
different things.
lineup. We were just saying it's still Luke
similar.
Bryan, it's still
Nah, I've
Cody
never been.
Johnson.
Cheyenne
Yeah.
Frontier Days is awesome.
Yeah.
Not only do they do the concerts, they have a bunch of like cowboy stuff there. They have bull riding. They have it's a whole rodeo there as well, and then also a carnival. So for
Yeah.
all the kiddos,
Oh.
they have carnival rides. They have everything.
Yeah.
It's like
Tell me more about this carnival.
Yeah.
Wyoming. Well,
It's amazing,
got
actually.
funnel cake.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now
Fried
I'm in.
stuff.
Yeah,
now
it's like
I'm in.
Wyoming is like #1 way for income there
Yeah,
in Cheyenne.
it
it's
is.
Crazy.
It's a moneymaker
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Zoe went last year when Zach Bryan was headlining. She said it was a parking lot trying to get out of Wyoming.
Yeah.
There were so many people there to see Zach Bryan. So
We just stayed there the night and then left the next
smart,
day. Yeah.
very
Smart move,
smart of
bruh.
you.
Mhm.
How about this one? An Aurora woman brought in her brand new custom Ford Bronco to a dealership for a thermostat issue, right? She
Okay.
was dealing with something. She's like, I don't know what's wrong. She goes back to work. She gets a notification on her Ford app that her car was just in an accident. And she's like,
Oh no!
how did that happen? My car's at the dealership. Wait a second. She gets there. One of the service members was taking it for a test drive to make sure the thermostat issue was fixed, and they got in a bad wreck and totaled their
Oh,
car.
no.
Totaled the
Gosh.
Ford Bronco.
It's like a
Now,
Ferris Bueller moment.
it is, and just to keep it, clear here, the dealership is doing everything they can. They're like, oh my gosh, here is a rental, first of all, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna take care of your car. But this
Well,
woman,
again, if it wasn't like the tech guy's fault,
it
maybe he got
wasn't-
T-boned
well,
or something.
I mean,
was
I
he
think
being a
they're
little reckless?
finding maybe there was a little bit of fault here,
Oh, well.
but they are like, we're going to take care of it. We don't want you to have to deal with anything. But the thing is this woman got this Ford Bronco custom done. Like everything was red interior. She
Yeah.
bought it. Like she just enlisted with the service. So with her bonus money, she bought this vehicle.
So that's
And
like a
so
4 to 6 month thing then.
Exactly.
If they
She's
want
gonna
the
Well,
be-
they'll
exact
take
same
care
car.
of her.
They're
They'll
going
get
to
it
take care of
done.
her, but what a headache for her.
Yeah, but
Seriously.
custom cars, that's
And
like 4
my
to 6
gosh.
months.
It's a Bronco.
I
Oh,
know.
man,
I
break my
knew
heart.
this would make you
Jeez.
No,
sad.
I still should have got a Bronco. I'm still
knew
kind
it
of
would make
regretting
you
it. I
sad. Well,
should
you
have
know
done
what
it.
you can get?
What?
Nikola Jokic's championship shoes.
Yeah, you want a Bronco instead.
I know you do. I know you do. But you can buy Joker's championship shoes from the championship run of the 20. What were it? 20?
Are these his actual
2024?
shoes?
2023.
24 season.
His shoes.
22-23 season.
22-23 season. You're right. So yeah, his shoes that
He
he
wore 'em.
wore during the championship.
There's some stank on them.
They've got some stank on them,
They won't fit
and
me.
you can buy them from Leland's auction. The starting bid is $1,500, and that runs through tomorrow. So you've still got time to go bid on Joker's.
Do they say what they're thinking they're going to go
shoes.
for?
They don't have a number here. They just said what the starting bid was, but I
Which was
imagine
what?
there's a
Did
lot.
you say what it was?
$1,500.
$1,500? Okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should buy those, Jared, and wear those courtside.
Yeah, flop,
Yeah,
flop,
there
flop.
you go. You
Look
really
like-
They might
looking
be
like
too
a
small.
Joker.
They might be
you
too
look
small.
like a clown, like a Joker.
Yeah, they'd be too small.
Too small for
Yeah,
you? Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't fit.
You wish. He's a 7-footer. You don't have bigger feet than him. Silly Jer.
What if you wore size like 10 and a half and 7
I know. That'd be funny.
Little tiny toes.
Little tiny feet. There you go. That's what's trending.
Do we even want to touch on the DIA?
Oh, that's right. We kind of skipped that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is the big story.
It
out
is
of
the big
Denver right
story.
now. That plane catching fire at DIA. So left Colorado Springs for Dallas Fort Worth. Had to make an emergency landing in Denver. Now, have we found out why everything?
I have not
happened?
heard why.
I haven't heard why. I just know that there was like smoke and then fire.
And then everybody was out on the wing.
Everybody was out on the wing.
And they're bringing in ladders to get everybody off the wing.
Yes, and 12 people were taken to the hospital with minor injuries, but that's all that's been reported so far. So we don't know too much about this, but definitely last night when you sent me that story, I was like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah, I was like,
oh,
DIA.
my gosh.
Another plane
Ugh.
issue.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
I
There
don't
was
like
a
it.
story this morning about people wanting to fly, and everyone's really concerned this summer for their summer vacations. I guess ticket sales are way down because everybody doesn't want to fly right now. With the air traffic controller issues, and then planes ending up upside down, catching on fire,
Yeah.
almost hitting each other. We were talking about flying somewhere, and I don't know if I want to.
I know. I just don't know if I can bring myself to do it. I already don't like flying. And now it's
Same.
like, oh, God, no, I really don't like it.
Let's gas up the family SUV and hit the road.
Hey,
is what
I'm all
thinking.
about that road trip, though.
That's what I'm thinking.
You get more beef jerky that way.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There you go. That's the trending report this morning with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. We'll have PMI coming up in a few minutes. Right now, let's see what's going on with traffic. That's what it's about. The fun with JKJ in the morning here at Denver's Mix 100, broadcasting live from our studios in Lone Tree, Colorado. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Just search Mix 100 Denver on YouTube. All brought to you by our good friends there over at Safeway. And you can come see us this Saturday for the Denver St. Patrick's Day Parade. The final kickoff at 9:30 in the morning. And we want you to bring your big signs that say Denver's best beads in honor of Denver's best music here at Mix 100. If we see them, we'll run over and give you some beads and a high five, a little fist bump maybe. Again, fun starts at 9:30. More information at denverstpatricksdayparade.com or on the station's website, mix100.com.
Yeah.
And there's some links on there as well.
I can't promise that I won't run up and hug you.
Oh, gosh.
I'm probably going to hug people. I just want to preface that. Like, you'll get a hug.
Stranger danger.
No, it's me. Hi.
Huh. Well,
aren't you going to hug people?
I don't know if I'll be doing that,
Why?
but yeah. Turn your mic on, Josh. You bump it?
I didn't die.
There
you
you
go.
are.
I think it's different if you are a girl that runs up and hugs someone than a guy.
Yeah, we can't get away with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you do all the hugging.
I'll hug
do it.
people for you.
There you
This
go.
is from Jeremy.
I'll be doing fist
this one's
bumps.
from Josh.
Fist bumps because I don't want lice. So
They have lice
I don't
out
want
at
bed
the St.
bugs.
Patrick's Day.
No?
You think they're just walking around handing out
stranger danger,
bed
man.
bugs?
Stranger danger. I don't know.
Oh, man.
You know me. I'm all puckered.
You are.
I don't like that. I don't want to
It's
eat
a
like
good word to
I won't
describe
eat
you.
food from a potluck, and I'm not hugging strangers. So,
Okay.
but I will be there with a smile on my face, doing fist bumps.
You in a nutshell, right?
That's me in a nutshell. No potlucks or strangers. Thank you very much. There is a quick story out this morning talking about how March Madness is sneaking up on us. Samsung is offering a buzzer beater bundle, which includes 8 TVs for $10,300. You get a 98-inch, you get a 65-inch, that's in 8K, and then 3 65 inches that are in 4K, and a couple 55ers. They say you can arrange them on different walls like a sports bar or put them all together for one very intense accent wall at your house. They are promoting the bundle as a like an extreme sports fanatic bundle who can't miss any of the games for March Madness. So $10,300, and they say you're going to save around $6K.
You're saving money?
You're saving $6K by buying this bundle.
Aren't TVs like $50 now?
Well,
Not a
I mean, there's some
98-incher.
biggies here,
Oh.
Katie.
8K.
I was
A
like,
98, a 65, 60. Yeah, these are pretty big. These aren't little dinky
but
ones
$1,000
that you get
like,
for
we're
free
talking
from your
over-
coworkers.
Yeah, even
You're welcome.
Before you gave me a free TV, I was looking, and the most expensive one I found was like for $250. That's why I'm like, why are these TVs so expensive? That's
TVs
crazy
are
to me.
pretty
Pretty
cheap
expensive.
right now, like
If
for
you
the
want 8K
smaller
though.
ones.
Yeah, for the smaller ones, yeah.
yeah.
Like
So
8K,
anyway,
for the difference between 4K and 8K with your eyes, can you even tell?
I don't even know what 8K is, Josh. Like
Well,
I
it's
didn't
Tell her,
twice
know.
as
Josh.
good as 4K.
I guess.
it's a clear TV, Katie.
Apparently.
Really
it's
clear.
but-
clearer
You
than
can
my
see
eyesight.
pores on people's faces.
Oh, I don't know
Anyway.
if I want that.
It's the Buzzer Beater Bundle. Wander into your local Best Buy for more information, I would imagine. And then I do like this story this morning talking about random things that everybody experiences. These are pretty good. Like when you're laying in bed and you have to go pee.
Yeah.
You're too tired to get out of bed to go to the bathroom, but your bladder is too full to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Basically me every morning about 2 a.m.
I know. It always happens 30 minutes before I have to get up.
I know,
Oh,
right?
it's
And you're
the
like, well,
Always.
guess
I'm
I'm up.
like, I guess I'll start the coffee
I'm
now
telling
so
you,
it's
they
ready
need-
when I wake up.
They need beds that you can urinate on.
They
You really
do.
do, that you can just pee.
I mean, I don't want to sleep there after that, but they've got to figure it
I'm
out.
trying to
There was
figure
one
out
with
how
like
they
a
could
drain,
do that.
like a
Like a funnel.
a hole or a funnel in the
Yeah.
bed, and it just goes to a
Yep.
little sack.
Down it goes.
It makes that sound too.
Gotta change it.
Just go to sleep with a catheter in, really.
Ouch.
Jeez, ow.
You get used to it.
Right? Oh,
get used to it.
Just any other day.
Oh,
Trust me.
that.
I had some experiences in
gosh.
college.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see. When you decide that you don't need to make a grocery store list for your grocery store run, and then you get there and you just wander around trying to figure out what you need.
That's when I
Forget
pick up corn
everything.
dogs.
Pretty
I know.
much.
No.
I always get something I should not be having. Corn dogs is on that list. Yep.
That's like your kryptonite, isn't it? Corn dogs?
Corn dogs, Cool Whip, and snack pack pudding. I found out I should probably just not buy and have in my house because I have no limit. Like, I don't have an off switch. Like, I think I ate 6 snack pack puddings the other day, and I'm like, this may be a
That's the whole
problem.
pack.
And I love that you call it a pudding.
Is that not the you get?
It is.
I was like, you
This
get the
may
pack of
be
6.
And then I bought the Cool Whip to put on top. Like, the snack pack pudding wasn't enough.
You got to do it. Those two go hand in hand.
And then I eat that like ice cream. I may have a problem.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't just buy that stuff.
I know. So I'm not going to buy those things
pretty
anymore. I need a list, is what you're saying.
A couple more on here. It's like when you find that perfect spot around the campfire, but the smoke keeps zeroing in on you.
Yep.
hate
It
it.
always
You
comes
every
to you.
time.
It's like wherever you sit, the wind changes.
Yep.
And then this one I do constantly. When you stare at a bad driver as you pass them to see if they look as stupid as they drive.
And then they're just staring straight. Don't look at me.
You're
Don't
like,
look
yep,
at me.
you're stupid. You definitely look stupid.
That's what I thought you'd look like,
Yeah,
right? That's
big
what we
stupid
say.
driver with your
Yeah.
stupid turn signal on. Driving in the right lane.
Oh my gosh.
All right. PMI time. A positive, a minus, and something interesting for you guys. Who got to pee?
I got to pee today.
Josh got to pee.
Yeah, this is exciting for me and every aspiring golfer around Colorado right now because the city of Aurora is teaming up with Peak Golf Academy to make golfing much more accessible to everybody, not just kids, but people with disabilities, people that have low income, because golf has become a very expensive extracurricular that you want to do. And I've been an avid golfer, big golf fan for most of my life. And throughout my younger years, it was much cheaper and just more accessible. But what happened during COVID was it was one of the very few things that actually remained open and absolutely blossomed during that time, because it was that time where people just could be outside, still kind of be the 6 feet away from each other, everything that kind of went along with the COVID rules back in 2020, 2021 and stuff like that. And it just boomed, which became much more expensive and much harder for people that just couldn't afford it. I mean, an average golf trip before COVID was around like $36 per person. After COVID, it skyrocketed to anywhere from $80 to $140 per person. So it blew up.
Ouch.
And so what the city of Aurora is doing with Peak Golf is now they're 5 days a week, they're allowing kids to golf free with a paying adult. So if a dad or mom brings their child, they don't have to pay for that child. The child can golf free with them as long as they're buying a round. I think that's awesome. I think golf is one of the most cool things that you can do throughout your entire life. You don't have to be great at it, but business deals are made on the golf course. That's a thing that a boss can take you out and talk about getting a promotion. I mean, it's much more than just getting out and trying to even better yourself on the golf course. It's a fun time. You're out in the sun for a few hours a day. You can go with your friends. You can go take a date. I've done a lot of golf dates.
Yeah.
It's really fun. And I think it's a skill that everybody should at least learn to a degree. And the city of Aurora is actually taking those next steps and making it more accessible for everybody. And I really, really like that. And I think it's important for everybody that wants to get out and be in the sunshine for a few hours a day. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah. And when you don't use the golf cart and you walk, that's a lot of walking. You get a good
miles.
walk
Yeah, there you go.
Miles
You
in.
know?
It's honestly, it is good exercise.
It
You
is.
can be on, whatever, call it lazy golf, whatever. You can be the lazy golfer, but you're still walking even with a golf cart. But especially if you choose to take just a walking trip and play 18 holes, you're walking, I think it's like 5 miles
Your
a day
kids are going
when
to
you're
be
doing that.
complaining 3
They
holes into
are.
that, though.
But here's the thing. You mentioned the kids, and I think that's the best part about this is you're going to have dads and moms bring their kids out to the links and teach them a skill, teach them a sport, and they get to spend time
That's
together
cute.
and create memories.
Oh, memories. That's
I
what it's
love
all
this.
about.
I do
I
love
love
that.
it.
I
Cute.
like City of Aurora
Plus,
looking
you're
at you.
outside. You're not getting screen time. You're
That's a
not
day
doing
that all the
stuff.
regulars are not going to the course.
I know,
Everybody's
yeah,
got their kid
seriously.
here.
All the old guys are like,
Gosh.
that is not the day I'm going.
But that's the nice thing about Aurora is they have hundreds of golf
They do.
courses.
There you
So
go.
They do. Lots of options.
Right on with you, right on.
Yeah.
All right, who's got the
Josh,
minus?
I have the minus today, and it has to do with your dog. So this study finds that we really don't know what our dogs are thinking, and we think we do, right? And they did this study. So they took a dog and they put him in a room where people could see the background. They could see the context of the situation, right? So there's cheerful music playing. They see the dog sitting there wagging their tail tail and they think, well, he's happy because I hear cheerful music. I see you wagging your tail. I'm going to assume that's a happy dog right there.
Sure, absolutely.
Not taking into consideration that the dog is its own individual thing and its emotions don't have to do with its surroundings. It's kind of a confusing story, but they take the same dog and put him in a room without any background. And they ask the people to say, now what is the dog feeling? So they see that same dog wagging its tail and
He's still
nothing
happy.
around it. They couldn't figure that out.
What?
They couldn't figure
He's
out
still
what
happy.
the emotions were. So
How strange.
they're saying that people, we really feel like we know what's happening with our dogs, that we know their telltale. When you're hungry, they make
Tail.
this sound, right?
Yeah.
When you're happy, you wag your tail. When you're sad, you put your tail between your legs. Like
Yeah.
these are things we assume with dogs, right? But we we just assume them without taking into consideration our dog's emotions.
Huh. Jared, what
I
do you think
know.
Goldie's thinking all the time?
I know.
She's sick of seeing us naked.
Oh. Mom and Dad,
Are you
stop.
flashing Goldie a lot? Like, what are you guys doing?
Wear some
My
clothes.
gosh, I know. Put it away.
Please, for the love of dog.
But we
You
really,
asked.
we think that we know what our dogs are, dealing with, and we don't. Our perception of the dog's emotions are wrong.
I would
100%.
love to see if we could
Huh,
finally
all
make
right.
some kind of AI thing that would allow dogs to talk.
I know.
And then we could see
Like
just-
truly, if they're wagging their tails, they're
they're
happy.
just thinking food and play and poop.
Food, play,
Yeah,
and poop.
well,
That's what
it's like a toddler.
Because
Yeah.
we do. We let our own biases affect it too much. I think
Yeah.
that we
Huh.
just assume, well, it's a happy dog. He had 5 treats today. And he's probably like, my tummy hurts. You gave me 5 treats today, So there's that.
It's just a dog, you guys. It's just a dog.
They're just dogs. They're
It is.
amazing. Like, I think that's
just
the
a
thing,
dog.
We want to make sure our dogs are happy
Sure
and
we do,
content
'cause it
and
makes
their
us
lives
happy.
are
Yes.
fulfilled. So, yeah,
It
this
translates
study-
back to us
It
to make sure
does.
that we're happy.
It does.
As long as that dog's happy, then
Selfish
I'm
motive.
happy. We're
Well,
selfish.
And something we think too is we think our dogs are sad when we're sad, right? Like we think that they
I
reflect
don't.
our
I really
emotions.
don't. I don't ever think that.
Okay. All right.
Like,
then.
the only thing I think is, have you been out in a while?
Goldie's
When was the last time
probably
you were
sad.
outside? You better go outside.
Just looking at you naked,
That's the
Goldie's
only
sad.
thing that my dog is worried about is going outside. Oh my God. All right, here's the interesting, really quick. I've got 3 back-to-back-to-back stories that kind of all have to do with the same thing. Story out about why people are actually going to the gym. You would think, what, for physical health? Maybe trying to boost your mental health?
Get a date, maybe?
The very top of the list, so I look hotter. That's the main reason people are going to the gym anymore, because they just want to look hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in turn,
I mean-
that makes them healthier. And
And better
I
mental
don't
health.
think they care about that though.
They just want 6-pack abs and an awesome Instagram account.
no, yeah,
I
they
think.
want to post on Instagram. I'm at the gym all day.
Yeah,
I'm at the gym.
here I
oh yeah, I'm at
am,
the gym again.
putting in my
Look at
time.
me at the gym.
They
I'm
spend more
so
time on their phone,
hot.
too.
I'm so hot.
They spend way more time on their phone videoing themselves.
Well,
and
you do
doing
want to
the
be
actual
hot
stuff.
because story number 2 is talking about attractive people earning $20,000 more annually than their average-looking peers. A survey of thousands of Americans found that, pretty privilege is a thing, and it exists at work, with CEOs twice as likely to rate themselves as extremely attractive than their average counterparts. So if you're hot, you're going to make about $20,000 more a year. Right
Jeez.
on.
Maybe I should get to the gym then. You say maybe I should be
You
like,
best
look
start
at
doing
me.
those crunches, Katie
I'm at
Cat.
the gym again.
And in order to look hot, a lot of you are getting Botox. This is a funny story. There's a comedy club in the UK that has a brand new rule for audience members. You're not allowed to come to the comedy shows if you have Botox in your face. Why?
Because you can't smile.
Because the comics are unable to tell if people are enjoying the jokes.
Oh,
oh my god, I love that.
The owners are
gosh.
saying that the incredibly talented comedians are fed up with performing to reactionless faces. Numerous complaints coming in from the performers. So this comedy club is saying if you have Botox in your face, you're no longer allowed to come to the comedy club.
What are you talking about? This is me smiling.
hilarious.
I'm
This
having
is
the
me
time of my
smiling.
life.
This is me smiling.
It's from the movie where she goes, I can't show emotion for another half hour.
Yeah.
I just got Botox.
Pretty darn funny stuff.
That's so
Can they do that?
good.
Can they enforce that? I don't know.
I don't know.
How could they? Would they like poke your face
I know.
to see how hard your face
No, they
is?
tell you
You
a joke,
look
and if you
like-
go like
yeah.
this,
Yeah,
with no
it's like a smile test before you come in.
Yeah.
All right, now raise your eyebrows. There you go, guys. There's your PMI, your positive, your minus, and something silly for interesting today with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. All right, coming up at 7:25, we've got a fun Friday game of Fast Five. Ooh, it's a lot of F's there. Be ready to call us, 303-691-1-MIX, 303-691-1649. Here's Aaron. We are ready. Let's get her done. It's a fun Friday version of Fast Five. So if you want to play, now is the time where you grab your phone. I know it's already in your hands. And give us a call, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. That'll get you in the studios to play Fast Five. As always, love those newbies. If you've played this week, maybe give somebody else a chance. And what we'll go on is we'll get you on the air here and get to know you. Maybe find out what's going on with your weekend. You can impress us with your weekend plans. And then I'll throw a topic at you and start a 10-second timer. And within those 10 seconds, you got to give me 5 things that have to do with the topic/category. Katie, what were some of the ones that we did yesterday?
Yeah, you asked for male video game characters. You also asked for TV shows set in high school. The 5 vice presidents question.
Oh my gosh, it was finally done.
Twice yesterday, and we did get a winner on that. So, yeah, lots of good topics you asked yesterday.
Right on. You never know what you're going to get. The topics are all over the place. 303-691-1MIX. 303-691-1649. I'll get you here in the studios, and I'm watching our phone lines. Is something up with our phone lines, Josh? They're tripping a little bit. They're tripping. So try to call. Hopefully,
phone lines be tripping.
Phone lines be tripping. So hopefully we don't have to get our engineer on duty here. I'm watching him tweak out a little bit. 303-691-1MIX. 303-691-1649 will get you in the studios for Fast Five. Did we mention what we're playing for, Katie
Well,
Cat?
we should, because you're winning a pair of tickets to go see Amy Schumer at Red Rocks.
Hey.
I know. Her stand-up is hilarious. You have to check out her new movie on Netflix, Kinda Pregnant. You'll laugh a lot. But, yeah, you're winning tickets to go see her live show at Red Rocks when you win Fast Five.
Well, that'll be a fun little adventure.
It will be.
That'll be a fun little
prize.
night out for somebody. Yep, Amy Schumer tickets to Red Rocks. 303-691-1MIX. 303-691-1649 will get you in the studios to play Fast Five with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. Let's see if these things are working. Hey, Melissa.
Oh, hey.
There you are. All right, I think we fixed it. Hi, good morning. So impress me with your weekend plans.
Oh, gosh. They are filled with kids' sports, really.
Oh, that's not going to impress Jeremy, though.
Been there, girlfriend. Been there.
Oh, wait. We have some old nannies coming to town to come visit us, so that's exciting.
Some old nannies like Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Yes, one of our original Mary Poppins is coming to visit us from Florida.
Oh, that's great.
You must have some good kiddos if the nanny's coming back to visit, so it's a good look for you.
Well done. Well, that's good. If you get a minute, you should come see us in the St. Patrick's Day Parade this Saturday. We're going to be down in downtown Denver. In the parade, Melissa.
That's probably a no, but
Oh, darn it.
We had to try.
That's all right. You'll
Had
make
to
room
try.
for somebody else. All right, girlfriend, let's play some Fast Five. If you want to play, we've got a couple open lines. Something's up with our phone lines, but 303-691-1MIX. 303-691-1649 will get you here in the studios. All right, Melissa, what do I have for you? Do you remember the board game Clue? In 10 seconds, please give me 5 characters from Clue. Go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Colonel Mustard.
Yep.
White colors.
You got mustard and white,
God.
though.
Mr. White, yeah. Miss Scarlet, Professor Plum.
Professor
Oh,
Plum,
gosh,
my kids are
the
going
kiddo
crazy
in the
back there.
background.
I love that the kid knows them.
I know.
Who do you have with you? What's that kid's name?
That's Tori. She's like, I know all of them.
Yeah, Tori
Really?
was very knowledgeable about Clue. We heard
Well
her.
done, little Tori.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 8.
You're also very smart, Tori. Good
Yes,
job.
Very bright little kid.
Okay.
She's giving you crap now, Melissa.
Yeah,
You better
she
go.
is.
Hey, you have a good weekend. Thanks for calling and playing
Yeah.
today, Melissa.
Bye,
Thanks,
Melissa.
guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much. Have
Bye,
a good
Tori.
day.
See ya. She's
How
so
sweet are
cute.
they?
Oh my gosh, that was adorable.
Justin.
Hello.
Well, hello. It says you're a first-time caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Thank you. I'm surprised I got through. This is exciting. My kids are very excited. Say hello, guys.
Hi, Rugrats.
Yes, it's Friday.
Okay, reel off who you got in the car.
I have Grant and I have Lily Bell.
Lily
Aw.
Bell and Grant.
Hi, guys.
Some
Good
solid
morning.
names. Super cute. What are you doing this weekend, Justin? Impress us.
I am going to be amazing. We're going to maybe do a little celebration of friends' birthdays, like a group birthday thing. I had my birthday this month, and so we might go bowling or go to the arcade and just have some fun.
There you go, man. That sounds like a darn good weekend. Happy birthday to
Yeah,
you.
it'll be good.
It's my birthday
Thank
month.
Doing
Right on,
it
buddy.
big.
Well, we celebrate all the family's birthdays at once.
That's
for
a
the month,
good
so,
way to do it. Just
That
get it out
is.
of the way. Be done with it.
Yeah.
That's good,
Well,
man.
a lot of us are adults, so we don't exactly do the big party.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. Get your wins in while you can.
All right, my friend, let's do some Fast Five with you. Katie came up with this one this morning. Gold star for Katie.
Hey.
In 10 seconds, please give me 5 hospital-themed TV shows. Go.
ER.
Uh-oh.
Gosh, I do not know these shows. The House.
Oh, I think
House
you
was
got
one
two.
too, though. You got 2.
We'll hold on to that one. We're probably going to do that one again, but there's a butt
Yeah,
list.
that
There
was
is.
a good one. I need to watch. No, I don't need to watch more TV. But thank you for letting me try.
Yes, thank you for calling, Justin. We appreciate that.
Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you.
You too, sir. Bye, kids.
Bye. That's
What a cute little
awesome.
family.
I know. They seem so excited.
Couple lines open, 303-691-1649 if you want to play Fast Five. Here is Amy. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning. Happy
Good-
Friday.
You as well.
Hey.
What are you doing this weekend? Anything good?
My husband's birthday is on Monday, so we're going to Louisiana for him to bowl. And so I'm just getting ready for that.
That's a long way to go to bowl.
We've gone freaking everywhere for him to bowl, you guys. I can't.
Is it like a bowling league that you do?
Or a weird bucket list thing.
No, he bowls nationals every year, and
Yeah.
last year it was in Reno. This year it's in Louisiana. Not
I got to
ever
tell you,
gone,
that's some
so-
finely tuned athletes.
Absolutely
So.
no. Here's the thing, Amy. One
He's
of my
got 6 bowling balls.
yes, one of
Oh
my
my
very
God.
best friends goes to nationals every year, and it is such a big deal for him. I mean, he practices so much. Like
He's got the wrist guard on all the
Exactly.
time.
There's a lot up for
Yep, the
grabs at
tape.
those tourneys. So yeah, that's
Finely
fun.
tuned athletes, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you know?
Some of the best athletes in the biz.
The way they make that ball curve, it's just very impressive to me. I wish I could
Well,
do
which
that.
one?
Yeah.
He's got 6.
He's got 6. Why does he need so many balls, Amy?
It's different things. I don't know. I have one 50-pound bowling ball that I've been using for years, so I don't
50
get it.
pounds. Wow.
Amy's
That's-
jacked.
I know. Man.
I'm sorry, $50. That's what I meant.
Oh,
No, I
$50,
bowled
okay.
it like
Say-
a 7-pound.
Those
Like,
pins are like,
my
oh, heck no,
gosh, I
please no.
Ami's coming to play.
With their
He's
giant,
coming after a shot of Fireball.
yeah, their giant right arms.
Popeye
Let's do
arm.
this.
Ooh.
Well, good luck bowling. Is he good? Does he get like 300 every game?
No, he averages a 250.
Oh, that's
He's-
awesome.
Is it?
Yes,
All right.
250.
I feel like if you're a professional and you're traveling, you should be up there about 280,
you
290.
think?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
think?
he's not a professional. It's just for fun.
Nationals,
He
yeah.
Still, if you got 6
just
balls,
needs to go.
280, 290. I'm not impressed now anymore, Amy. All right, you ready to play
Oh,
Fast Five?
I am so ready.
All right.
Let's get you some tickets.
All right, yeah, we're playing for some Amy Schumer tickets. Let's talk video games. In 10 seconds, please give me 5 video game characters that are animals. Go.
Bowser, Yoshi, Koopa Troopa.
Uh-oh.
I don't know, guys. I don't play
Oh,
video games.
I really thought you were going to get that, Amy.
Koopa
I did
Troopa.
too.
Sonic and Donkey Kong, 2
I
of the other
know.
biggies. Sonic the
I
Hedgehog.
know.
sorry.
I wouldn't have got
That's
that
all right,
Koopa
Amy.
Troopa. That was impressive.
That's a throwback.
Yeah.
Amy,
Isn't
good
it?
luck in your travels. Thank you for having us on in the morning, and give your hubs some love from us.
Yeah, tell him we said happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Friday, guys.
Thank you, Amy.
Bye.
Bye. Kelly.
Hi.
Hey. Welcome to the show. What are you doing this weekend? Anything good?
Oh, I've also got my kids in the car. We got a little McDonald's on the way to school before spring break.
Oh,
you got some Mickey D's?
Did you get
Hi.
did you get some hash browns, kids? Yeah.
Hello, Jeremy and Katie.
Hello.
Hi, random child. Who is that? What's the name?
That's Andrew and Anna and JP. Hi.
Hi.
They're all jacked up on saturated fats right now.
Yeah.
I love it.
Get it, kids.
Yeah, spring break's next week, huh? Ugh.
It is.
I know. My kids are off too, so.
Oh.
Now
the
it's like,
whole
entertain me for a
huh?
week. Entertain me.
Gosh.
Oh, gosh,
Yep.
is right, Katie. Barf town.
The big one doesn't watch the little one in that case? That's not how it works?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Kelly, thank you to you and your kiddos for having us on in the morning. We love you guys.
We love you guys too.
Let's do some Fast Five with you. Here's another one that Katie came up with this morning.
come up with
Katie was
another
on
one?
fire
I
off here
was.
this morning. On fire.
I want to match you.
In 10 seconds, please give me 5 words or phrases that contain the word snow. Go.
Snow day, snow mitt, bond, snow cat, snow hat, snow goggles, snow boots, snow day.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, I know.
Snow
all
blower?
day you got that. Kelly.
We live in Colorado.
Woo! All
Mom
right.
did it, kids.
Let's hear it for your mama.
There
There
it
is. She just won.
They had McMuffins in their mouth.
I know.
Right.
Kelly, congratulations. You won Friday's Fast Five. We're going to send you to go see Amy Schumer at Red Rocks. So you better get a
Awesome.
sitter lined up. Well, I'm going to throw you on hold. Josh will come back and tell you how to get your prize. All right, Kelly?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hold
Thanks
on.
for listening. Bye, Andrew. Bye, Ann. Bye, JP.
There you go, guys. That's how it is done. That is our fun Friday version of Fast Five. Good news is we will fire it back up Monday morning with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh here at Denver's Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Denver's Mix 100. It's a fun Friday show with JKJ, and the fun will continue here at 8 o'clock. A little audience participation if you'd like. We're going to be talking about how your parents embarrassed you when you were a child. How did they embarrass you? Did they toot in public a lot? I don't know. Katie's got a pretty good story, too, about what her dad did. It was so funny yesterday. She's like, didn't your dad do this, too? And we were like, no.
No. There was no shame in Richard's game. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah. So how did your parents embarrass you growing up? If you want to sound off, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. Save that number in your phone. Let's see what's going on with traffic. It is a fun Friday with JKJ, broadcasting live from our Lone Tree Studios, Mix 100. And you can watch us live on YouTube if you're into that kind of stuff, if you like to watch. Go to YouTube and search Mix 100 Denver, or go to mix100.com and click the YouTube link right there on the homepage. All brought to you by our very good partners, Safeway. Safeway. Thank you so much. Also, if you want to come see us tomorrow and the rest of the Mix 100 crew, we're going to be down at the Denver St. Patrick's Day Parade. Kickoff is at 9:30 in the morning. The entire route is online at denverstpatricksdayparade.com. While you're down there, bring your poster boards out. Write Denver's Best Beads on there in honor of Denver's best music here at Mix. And if we see you, we'll come over and say hi and give you some beads, and it'll be a fun day. Maybe get a selfie for the Instagram. I don't know. More information, mix100.com, and we're all really excited about it.
Yeah.
Mostly Katie. She's at an 11 with this thing.
I am so pumped to be out there at the parade. We haven't been out there in years past, so the fact that Mix 100 gets to make an appearance and represent at the Denver St. Patrick's Day Parade, who isn't excited?
Well, you said you're going to hug
It's great.
everybody, right?
I'm going to hug
Katie's
everybody.
Gonna hug everybody.
Get ready for all the hugs.
Incoming.
And
Warm up
mostly,
those arms.
I'm going to be trying to warm myself up, so I'm just going to be hugging everybody.
Yeah, we'll be down there. Big Rob's going to be down there. Nina, I think Synergy might make an appearance, maybe. I don't know. Is she still in Mexico?
I was going to say.
Never mind.
I think,
Nina
she
and Big
is where
Rob.
somewhere is warm.
It's all going down tomorrow for the Denver St. Patrick's Day Parade. Before we get into the ways that your parents embarrassed you as a child, according to a new survey, Katie, the average American experiences peak burnout at 42 years old.
I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty, still riding high on life.
You're doing all right, I think.
know. I get excited about little things still. I'm all right.
A quarter of Americans say they start experiencing it before age 30. And then the Zers and millennials say they reached the highest point of stress at just 25 years old. Oh, my God.
No,
what do you got to be stressed about?
I can see
Life
that,
is
though.
hard, Jared.
Well, and it's because of all the content that you absorb. It really is, because I think that in itself, like when you are, making your mind open to that many things, like that can burn you out. And the young generations, they're on their phones and tablets constantly. They're
What
just
is that called where you're like missing? It's not FOMO. There's like a digital name for it when you see it online. Maybe it is FOMO.
Yeah, but also doom scrolling, right?
That's the one I was thinking
They
of.
go and they go and they go. And again, like the worse the news gets, the more they have to see it. And I really think that that's attributing to them being like, I can't with life. Like, it's just too much. I'm burning out on it, So
the top stresses, politics. God, everybody's so concerned about politics all the time. Work-related pressure, physical health concerns, and relationships.
Oof.
And I think body image issues has got to be a huge one, too. If you're scrolling through Instagram and everything is beautiful,
and
or everyone is beautiful and perfect. Yeah. That's got to be a huge stressor. But anyway, peak burnout generally happening at 42 years old. Katie.
I don't know. I think I'm still doing all right.
You doing
I've
all
got
right?
some time. Yeah.
All right,
How
good.
do you feel, Josh?
Burnt out.
Do you?
All right, there you,
He's like,
there you
this
have it.
describes me,
There you have
actually.
No, I feel good. I don't know. I don't take life
not
that
worried about that?
seriously.
Yeah.
No, I'm
worried
chilling.
about
Ain't
burnout?
nobody got
No,
time for that
not
in
worried
Josh's
about
life.
burnout.
All right, so let's talk about how your parents embarrassed you when you were a child. Some of the silly things that they did. If you have stories, call us. 303-691-1MIX. 303-691-1649. And we will kick this off with Sweet Katy Cat, because I love this.
Oh my gosh. And here's the thing is I was thinking about this last night, like thinking back on my memories from when I was younger. And I do vividly remember my dad walking around the house in his underwear all the time. Like he would get home from work and take his pants off at the front door, like just shorts down.
I'm home.
Exactly. And he just did it every day. And we just got used to it. So like when my friends would come over and he would do it, I'd be like, Dad, could you just put some pants on while Sarah's here?
So
like,
this is a real thing, because there's a lot of memes out there that are like pictures of dudes in movies or whatever, like Jack Black or whatever, standing in his tighty whities. And the caption is always like, my dad when all my friends came over when I was a kid. So you were living it.
That was my dad. And then he like got mad that the friends were there. Well, does Sarah have to be here? Like, you know, so then it was Sarah's fault he couldn't take his pants off. And I'm like, Dad, can you just be normal for like 2 hours so we can play Nintendo? Like, is that okay?
So this was every day. He'd come home,
Every
close the
day.
door, drop his briefcase, and then drop his pants.
And he didn't have a briefcase. My dad was a diesel mechanic.
Well, I was just
so
joking
he
on that
came
part,
in,
but-
he was just dirty
He
from
would
working
drop
on cars.
his wrenches.
He would. And he'd just take his pants off right there at the front door. And again, he had his tighty whities on and stuff, and his shirt. But
And then he would go the rest of the day in his tidy whities?
He would go sit in his chair. My mom would bring him a beer, and he would sit down and just do his dad thing, and that's it. And then later on,
some
he'd go in
bigger
the
issues here, I
bathroom
think.
and pass out in the bathtub. So yeah,
There's some other issues, I think,
my
with your dad.
No, and I love my dad. He was such a good dad. But this really, when we were talking about embarrassing things, and I was like, wait a minute, your guy's dad didn't walk around in his underwear?
No, my dad was
No,
never.
never. But I'm
ever in
picturing,
his
was this
underwear.
like the risky business? Like he had the work top on, but just in his underwear and his work socks?
He had his greasy T-shirt, you know what I mean, from that he was working on, or he'd go change that and put a clean T-shirt on, and he'd just be in his T-shirt.
Was
and
this
his
always just
underwear.
after work?
Yeah, it was always
So it was
after
never
work.
just like a random Saturday he'd be in his
and
underpants.
I imagine that also he had all that grease and stuff on him from being a mechanic and working in a garage, and so I'm sure he just wanted to get it off of him, you know.
But he mostly did it when you and your girlfriends were around.
Well, no, he just did it every day.
Oh,
and then,
okay,
so
'cause
it
I
just,
thought there was some kind of...
No. He just
dad's
did it every
weird.
day. It's
Some
just
kind
what
of
he did.
pervert.
And then that's the thing is like after a certain age, my dad didn't do it because my mom had to have a talk with him. Like,
There are
Richard,
17-year-old girls in the
You
room.
can't
I
be...
think I was like 11, and my mom was
Okay.
like, "Richard, can you take your pants off in the bedroom?
Everyone can see your
And
Richard,
then
Richard.
She started to buy him boxer shorts after that.
Thank God.
Still, that's a more dangerous situation because there's a floppage issue coming out.
Exactly,
If you're
but
sitting on the couch.
At least he was a little more covered, but oh my gosh, I have so many
Jeepers.
vivid. And then my dad like would come out when he would be in the like sleeping. He would wake up in the middle of the night to come get something out of the fridge, and he would just come out in his underwear like scratching his butt. And I have
Why are
so
you up in the
many-
middle of the night?
I just was up. I had a hard time sleeping when I was a kid, and I remember so many times my dad just
Hey,
being in
Dad.
his
This was a
underwear.
thing. This was something else with your
No.
dad. Something else was going on.
No, it
He was
wasn't.
like
Something
he liked
else.
people seeing him in his underpants.
No, I think he just liked being comfortable. A lot of
Something's going
dads
on.
did that. I would like to hear from people whose dads walked around in their underwear because I think it was just a
Oh my
freeing thing.
gosh.
And he's like, I pay for this house, I pay for these meals. I'm gonna walk around in my underwear if I want to.
and
Like,
tidy whities too.
my
to
dad
boot.
was
No,
a proud
tidy
man.
whities.
All right, so yeah, if your
It
dad
was
did
the
that,
80s, okay?
it was a different time. Or if your parents did anything embarrassing, anything at all, if they were out in public, they did something, or at school, we want to hear about it. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. We already got a call here from Sarah. Sarah, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, you. So what did your parents do that embarrassed you?
Well, my dad wore pants, so thank God for that.
Thank God.
But
I have, Sarah,
do you
Sarah,
guys remember the Yeah.
I have a feeling that it's mostly going to be like dad stories, right?
Yeah,
like, how did
I'm
your
sure.
dad embarrass you?
Yeah.
Just a hunch. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead. Go
no, I
ahead.
think that's fair. So do you remember the People's Fair? I don't know if they still do that or not.
Yeah, the People's
Oh, yes.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So my dad used to take us to that every year, and I was probably 11, 12, something like that, like just at the age where you're starting to notice boys and be interested in boys. And there was a group of some teenage boys walking past, and my dad saw me eyeing them, and they're looking back, and so he decided to stick his hands under his armpits and stick his butt out and his chin out and do a full-on chicken walk with the squawk and the pecking. And yeah, he's trying to peck my shoulder and stuff, and I said, "Cut it out,
You're like, Dad, stop it. You're not a chicken,
You're
Dad.
not a chicken.
Please
Oh yeah.
stop.
Oh,
Isn't
he
that
pulled out the
great?
whole thing. It was awesome looking back on it. I love the story, but yeah, I did not look at anything else the entire day long.
Just like, I don't know this guy. Do you remember how old you were when he did this?
I was like 11, 12.
Yeah,
something
so
like that.
kind of in that range, like, oh my God.
Everything they do embarrasses
Everything's
you.
the worst.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Everything, but chicken walk is kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
above
up
and
there.
beyond.
Please stop pecking me, Dad.
Yeah.
We're in public. Please
Don't lay an
stop.
egg. What are you doing?
And then in Katie's case, he took his pants off. Katie,
Dang chicken.
or Sarah, thank you for calling. Have a
Thank
good
you,
weekend.
Sarah. Bye.
You too. Love
Bye.
you guys. Thanks.
Love you. How did your parents embarrass you? 303 691 1649. Here's April. April, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for calling, you big goof. Who was it? Your mom or your dad?
My mom and my grandma.
Oh, grandmama. Okay, what happened?
So I'm in 6th grade, and they're like, "We're taking you to Kmart. We're getting you a bra.
Oh.
You got to get a training bra, right? Already embarrassing."
Yeah.
So they take me to Kmart, and they're like talking amongst themselves, like, "Oh, how are we going to train her boobs? Like, does she want a sports bra? Does she want?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And they pick out this bra, and they're like, "Hey, just try this on over your sweatshirt." And I'm like,
oh, no.
Oh, no.
I mean, right?
No.
I have this huge sweatshirt on. I'm like, "No, I'm not." What? And they're like, "Yeah, just try it. Just like shove it on, and we'll get you a smaller size because the sweatshirt will bulk it up. We'll get you like the next size down." I'm like, "No!" And they're like, "Lift up your arms." And listen, my grandma's the type of person that when she tells you to do something, you do it.
You do it, yeah.
So my hands are up in the air like a little kid. They're shoving this bra on over the sweatshirt, both of them yanking down.
Oh.
And I turn around and I see a kid from my school and
no.
his mom.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
And I'm so mortified. I start running like away from the situation, but now I'm running through Kmart.
With a bra. Oh, April.
Never forgave them. Never forgave
April,
them.
I
no.
love that story. That's so good. And yes, so embarrassing. That'll stick with you.
Extremely embarrassing.
Oh my God. Thank you for that incredible story, April. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was
Have a
good.
good weekend.
Thanks, April.
Yeah,
Bye.
you too.
Bye.
Okay, that's been my favorite so far.
So funny.
That beats your dad in his underpants.
It does. It does.
All right, we're going to jump into a quick break. When we come back, a ton of messages are already coming in on the text line. We got a few more calls lined up as well. How did your parents embarrass you when you were a kid? We want your stories. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. And bonus points if you can come to Katie's defense if your dad ran around in his skivvies as well.
Julie, I would like to point out on
do you
the
have one?
text line. Katie, my dad too.
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
Julie.
You got a buddy. Give us a call. We'll go through these stories next with Jeremy, Katie, and Josh. Here's traffic. thanks for hanging out with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh here at Denver's Mix 100. All right, we're talking the stories from your past when you were a little kiddo. How did your parents embarrass you when you were a kid, when you were a teenager? We want your calls. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. On the heels of that one woman who called in about the bra story at Kmart, trying on the bra over her shirt and everything.
Aww.
My gosh, every single time growing up when I was having to buy pants, you go in the dressing room and you come out and Mom would always do the crotch check.
Oh, yes.
Where she would grab the crotch and be like, you got enough room in the crotch? And it was nothing dirty. It was just, she wanted to make sure I had a good fit.
Yeah.
And every time coming out of that dressing room at Sears or JCPenney, Mom was there, ready to grab the crotch of my pants. Give me a good yank. Yep. And then it was always very loud. Yep, plenty of room in there. Oh, Mom.
You've got room to grow, too. Hey.
And honestly, I think I was probably 18 or 19 when that was going on. So. How did your parents embarrass you? 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. Full phone lines right now. Jamie's been holding for the longest. Hi, Jamie. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you. So, looks like your dad embarrassed you.
Yeah, when my brothers and I were kids, he would go to the drive-thru, and at the speaker, he would put on silly accents. He'd put on a really heavy Australian accent and ask for crazy stuff can I get that burger with kangaroo meat?
Yes.
Like that.
No.
I love that.
And then we'd pull up to the front, and then he would act like a totally normal guy at the front once he actually saw the person, and we're all covering our eyes in the back seat, embarrassed.
Yeah, he's like, what? What's going on? Somebody wrote in about that. Do I have it? She didn't put a name. She said at a fast food drive-thru, the cashier said, "How are you today?" My mom, instead of saying good, blurted out, "I have diarrhea."
Oh, no.
She said, "I sank into the seat."
Yeah.
That's pretty good. What I like doing, Jamie, that embarrasses my kids, if we roll up to a Starbucks or something, and they always ask for your name now. What's your name?
Yeah.
So I always throw out Super Mario or Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
I give him a ridiculous name, and they're like, "Oh my God, Dan,
Just tell him your name.
Stop it."
Gosh.
Jamie, thanks for the call. Thanks for having us on. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, thanks. You too.
Later, Gator.
Bye, Jamie.
David, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi.
My mom would, when I was a teenager, would tell stories of when I was a tiny kid.
Okay.
So she had one story she always loved, that she took me, I was 3 or something. She had me with her, and so she took me into the women's room, as you would with a 3-year-old. And I decided to shout out in the middle of that bathroom, "Mommy has to sit down to pee because she doesn't have a penis." and
What?
For the rest of my life, she loved telling that story.
That you embarrassed her.
I embarrassed her, and so she embarrassed me back in front of my friends and everything.
Oh, my gosh. That's funny.
What? David?
I mean, I was 3.
David, thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend, buddy.
Yeah.
We thank you, bud.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Is Josh even screening these calls?
I think he did. Yes, he did.
That's not what, that was opposite
He
of what we're
embarrassed
looking
his parents, though. It was still applicable.
Not at all.
He just flipped the switch.
Completely opposite of what we were asking
But
for.
still
That guy just wanted
relatable.
to say penis on the air. Listen, how did your parents embarrass you as a child? 303-691-1649. No more penis stories.
Okay, we're done with that.
We've got Kim. Hey, Kim, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, we're doing all right.
Good morning.
How did your
Good.
parents embarrass you?
Well, I was born in the 60s, and in the 60s it was common to have naked baby pictures,
Yeah?
and front and center right when you entered the house. So if people came in, didn't know you or knew you, the first thing they seen was your naked baby picture.
Well, I don't like that at all.
We know each other now.
That's unsettling. Was it just the traditional little booty pic with the baby on the tummy and you see the little butt?
Yeah, but that's enough for people who don't know you. And when you're bringing your boyfriend home or something, and they're like, "Here, this is her first picture." No.
I would have had some fun with that and created a current one, say you're 21.
No.
Put them
Nobody
side
wants
by
to-
side. That's what you need
Nobody
to do.
wants to see that at almost 60. No.
Kim, take your saggy booty and get out of here. Have a good day. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That's a little unsettling.
Oh, man.
A different time, Katie.
It really was. I remember those baby booty pics. Like they
Yeah,
were
I mean, we took them
everywhere.
with our kids,
did.
but
Well,
they were never displayed.
Zoe's was in a diaper. She was in a diaper for hers, so.
Yeah. All right. Here's Kelly. Kelly, welcome to the show.
Hi there. Good morning.
Good morning. So how did your parents embarrass you growing up?
Well, I mean, I guess mine, so I kind of is a two-part. So mine actually kind of backs Katie up. So
Okay.
with the whole dad and the no pants situation, my husband actually used to do that, my kids. And so he would, he'd come home from a really long day of work. You're in all day in your uniform, and of course I get it. First thing you want to do is just kind of, Bruce Almighty it with just keeping all the clothes off.
Decompress.
Yes.
Yeah, but it got to a point where I was like, okay, like kids are getting a little older. We've got 2 girls. I was like, we think we need to reel it in. And so that was just kind of, I totally get the whole pants situation.
Yes.
But also, I used to go over to my friend's house when I was maybe, I think it was right around like 5th, 6th grade is when I remember it. And her dad was walking around in his whitey-tighty.
This is such a weird, foreign thing to me that this was going on so much. It just never happened in my house, and I just don't get this. Wait.
And I just remember every time going over there, she was horrified, just like I think we need to start not hanging out at my house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
and
would
it was
think
always
so.
awkward.
You know what? Maybe that was your
so
dad's grand master plan, though, is
To
to
get the
keep
kids
doing
out of the
that
house.
and get your
Yeah.
goofy kids out of the house. Like, go
Yeah.
play outside, or I'm going to be in my tidy whities.
I know. Well, I mean, at least my husband, he wears boxers, but not boxer briefs, but just like regular boxers. So
Sure.
to the kids, he's like, "Oh, Daddy's in shorts." But but as they, after like 5 years old, I was like, "All right,
time
like
to-
we gotta reel it in." But
Yeah.
as far as me embarrassing my kids, so my oldest is a middle schooler now. So every time we roll up and do drop off, we bump out like the old millennial music, and I like turn the bass all the way up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
going around like dancing, and she's like, "Oh my god!"
As
like
you should.
It's,
Do you have
I
one
don't know.
specific? What's your one specific song that you go to? Do you know?
Ushers, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, that's a
and you
good
do
one.
the rap breakdown and everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep the radio on, Kelly. I might do a little
That's it,
something
Kelly.
something for you here in a few minutes. All right. All right. All right. Thanks for calling, Kelly. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye, Kelly. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. Stacy.
Hi.
Hey, you. We're talking about how your parents embarrassed you as a child. You can call in 303-691-1649. Stacy, what's your story?
Yeah, so I was a freshman in college. I'd gone up there early for a week of band camp before college started. I was the first one to leave my house, and my mom was kind of freaked out about it. Really busy that week, didn't get her called, I guess, in the amount of time she thought I needed to call in. So she called the band director. And then later that day, in front of, everyone, which is about 200 plus people, asks who Stacy is. I raise my hand, not good because you're a freshman anyway. And then he says, your mom called. She wants you to remind you to take your vitamins.
Oh,
So then I took vitamin for the rest of college. It's embroidered on a hat for me.
I love it. You're a Flintstones kid.
I am, yes.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
it wasn't because I went off to college, but thankfully she reminded me.
Honey, take your vitamins while you're away.
This also sounds like something I do to Zoe.
I can see that.
Don't do it to her.
Don't
Don't
do
do
it. Don't do it.
Stacy,
No.
that's funny. Thank
That
you for
is
calling.
really
Or
funny.
should I say vitamin? Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Rachel wrote in and said, my dad used to sing My Girl to me anytime we went into Target, specifically the Target checkouts, making the cashier think we were a couple. That's weird. That's a weird one. I don't know if I like that one.
Oh, no.
Sarah wrote in and said, my mom once told a waiter that the food was on fleek and then dabbed.
Mom's just awesome. That's
She
not
said, I wanted to
embarrassing."
walk into traffic. This Olive Garden is on fleek.
Yeah. Boom.
Boom. How did your parents embarrass you? 303-691.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
1649. We got a few more calls. Hey, Darcy, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, God. Hack it up. It's all right. Hack it up.
Yeah, you got this.
That sounds good. Well, how did your parents embarrass you?
Like I texted in, I'm very sensitive to clothing. I do like to walk around naked when I'm home alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I was doing that one time, and my daughter was, this was about 10 years ago. My daughter was about 15, 16, and she walks in the door. So I'm doing that because I'm home alone. She walks in the door with a group of friends, which included some boys.
Uh-oh.
And I have to quickly duck down behind the couch and run down the hallway.
Uh-oh.
And, go into my bedroom and put all my clothes on. And she was embarrassed. I was very embarrassed. So, after that, I just started wearing my clothes.
But the boys kept showing up, though, I bet. The boys just wanted to come and hang at your house all the time.
They're like, where's Darcy?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to your house.
Yeah. I mean, it's not nothing bad, but my son and I are very sensitive to clothes, so we kind of walked around.
There you
not
go.
completely naked.
That's
but
a unique household. Darcy, thank you for
yes,
calling.
I know. All right, thank you, guys.
Go put some pants on, Darcy. See you later.
I will. Alrighty,
bye.
Hey, don't shame people for
I'm
their
not.
clothing options.
Sometimes I don't like my shirt on.
Yeah, exactly. Clothing is just not necessary sometimes.
I was just trying to, I don't know. I'm fine. Ann.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, yourself. How did your parents embarrass you?
Well, when I was 10 and 11, my little brother and I had to go live with my grandparents while my mom was getting chemo and everything for cancer. And my grandparents were upper 60s, and they had 12 kids, so they weren't used to having kids around again. And my grandpa walked around in his underwear all the time. My grandma always wore her nightgown, like 24/7. And my friends always wanted to come over. And my grandpa, you couldn't understand a word he said. He was Cajun. And he's walking around in his underwear.
Oh, my God.
He's speaking another language.
Y'all kids want to see me now? I'm going to walk around here in my underpants. Y'all look away now. Look away.
And he had a spittoon, and my friends were like, "What's that?" I'm like, "I don't know, but he spits in it. He chews tobacco."
Oh my God, you got a plethora of things that were embarrassing.
Oh my God! And then the funniest thing was you couldn't understand him. He was Cajun, so they called their couch the Davenport, and he'd be like, "Oh, you kids get up out of my Davenport, park your butts on the Davenport." And you're like,
"Y'all get off that Davenport."
Davenport. Like, what did he say? And I'm like, I don't know.
Davenport, I think. No, he's not wearing pants. I don't know.
I know, that's all I can focus on. The spit stains on his underpants. Ann, thank you for the call. Very, very funny. You have a good weekend.
Thank you,
Ann.
Ann. That was a good one.
Y'all get off the Davenport there. Who took my spit?
Oh, my gosh.
Who took my spit cup? Stephanie.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having some fun with us. So how did your parents embarrass you?
Oh, it was my mom, and I loved her so much, but we lived in a tiny town in Ohio. Like, my graduating class was 72 kids, so it was teeny tiny, and we'd be in the store and singing along to every song at the top of her lungs.
Yes.
And people would be like, "Oh, hi, Sue," and I like that song. And then I would just die inside.
You're like,
and
Sue,
then,
stop it, Sue.
Stop.
Exactly. And then we'd be walking into the store sometimes, and we'd get out, and we'd be walking, and she'd be farting, like tooting every step. And I'd be like, "Mom!" And she'd say, "What? I was holding it in. I had to let it out little by little." Oh,
every step.
Oh,
just a little walking
Oh, I love it. That's great. That's
Just crop
perfect.
dusting everybody.
That's what we're looking for,
She's probably
Stephanie.
thinking nobody will hear it either if she's walking like with
Stephanie
steps.
did.
Yeah, she's covering it.
Oh, it's terrible.
That's why
And
she
I'm
was
like,
singing at the top of her lungs, right?
Mom.
Yes. I think that was the word that came out of my mouth the most when we were together. I'm like, "Mom!"
Mother.
Stephanie, thank you for the laughs. It's a good
Yeah.
one.
Good morning, everybody.
Thanks,
Good morning.
Stephanie.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Oh, God.
All right, we got two more. Julie and Heather. Hey, Heather.
Good morning.
So did you have a dad that walked around in his underpants?
I sure did. Yep.
Yes. Yes.
We had three girls in our house, and no one. I never knew it was not normal.
Yeah. Same. Same.
We went to stay. My sister, I have an older sister. We went to her house. She lives in Texas. When I was probably 22, and my fiance at the time went with us. And of course, we had to sleep on the hide-a-bed couch in the middle of the living room. And it wasn't until that first morning he wakes me up. He's all, "Your dad's awake," and I'm like, "Okay." I thought he was all weirded out that we were on the couch together, and my dad was awake. And I'm like, he knows we're sleeping in this bed. It's fine. And he goes, "No. Your dad is awake in the kitchen and he's in his underwear." And I was like, and I literally just was like, "What's the problem?" And he was like, "It's he just kept looking at me." And I'm like, I don't know what's the problem.
That's just dad.
That's the
just
big
dad.
problem.
What is your issue? What's happening? Yeah.
Heather, thank you for calling. Have a good weekend.
That's funny.
Bye.
I also had two sisters and a brother. None of us thought this was weird.
Well, it was normal in your house because your dad was always making you look at it. Hey, Julie.
No, he wasn't.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Morning,
It's going
Julie.
good. All right, you get the final word, and then I got to play something a little special for Kelly. Was it Kelly that called in?
Yes.
Go ahead, Julie.
Same. I texted earlier. You guys told me to call Katie. My dad hung out in his underwear.
There's another one.
He was a carpenter, and he would come home and immediately flop on the couch, take off his pants and his socks, and then just lay there and watch TV in his underwear.
Emphasis on the flop.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I didn't know this was unusual until probably middle school. I just thought all the dads did this, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I thought so
I have
too.
I have one more story for you guys real quick.
Yeah.
For my poor daughter, my husband is going to embarrass her one day because in his 20s, he got a tattoo across his lower belly that says "Love Zone," and it's giant. And she has no idea what this means yet because she's young, but one day she's going to be in high school, and it's going to be the most embarrassing thing in her entire life.
I'm embarrassed right now.
Love Zone.
I am embarrassed right now.
I mean, I didn't know him then. What are we going to do?
You grew to love it, right, Jamie?
I mean, I wouldn't say I love it, but it's just there. I don't even see it anymore.
It's a part of him.
Julie, thank you for calling. Have a good weekend.
You guys have a great weekend. Take care.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks, Julie, you too.
All right, was it Kelly that called in and said that she plays those old songs in the carpool lane and sings to them?
Yes.
It was.
And what was the song that she loves to
Usher?
sing to embarrass her kids? Was it Usher?
Yes.
It's just for Kelly.
Turn it up, Kelly.
Thanks for
And
hanging
her
out with
kids.
Jeremy, Katy, and Josh at Denver's Mix 100. Yeah. Jeremy, Katy, Josh, Denver's Mix 100. That's for Kelly. Kelly called in just a few minutes ago because we were talking about how you embarrass your children, and she likes to sing that at the top of her lungs in the carpool lane with her kids in the car.
Oh, gosh.
As she should.
As she should. When I dropped Zoe off at school, I did so in a Miata with the top down and
Perfect.
revved that engine like, "Rah, we are cool."
A little two-cylinder, right?
Just showing up in a Miata.
No, it was a 6-cylinder.
Yeah.
Or no,
The lawnmower?
4-cylinder.
Four-cylinder.
Yeah, the
I was like, they
Miata's
can't
a little
fit a
4-cylinder.
six-cylinder.
But gosh, I love that car, and it was good. It embarrassed. Zoe hated it because none of her friends could drive home with us.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Had no back
You'd have to
seat.
tie him to the hood.
Yeah.
Cute.
All right, we've got a trending report coming up in just a few minutes, covered in local stories, because Mix 100 is all live and we are all local. All of the on-air people here at Mix 100 live in the state. We do Colorado things with our Colorado people. So we've got a local trending report coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, let's see what's going on with traffic. It's a fun Friday morning with JKJ here at Mix 100, broadcasting live from our Lone Tree Studios and live on YouTube. If you want to go check us out, search Mix 100 Denver. It's all brought to you by our partners at Safeway. You like my little skiddly-diddly-doo here?
This is good. Yeah.
We are going to be downtown tomorrow for Denver's St. Patrick's Day Parade. We'll be there, the three of us, and Big Rob and Nina, walking the walk, doing the whole parade route. So when you're down there, make some poster boards that say Denver's best beads, and if we see them, we'll come over and give you some beads and take a little selfie and get you on our Facebook page. The fun starts at 9:30 tomorrow morning. If you want more information, Denver's St. Patrick's Day Parade.com, or you can go to the station's website, mix100.com, and click the link there, and we're all super excited. Josh was just saying off the air about how incredibly excited he is for this event tomorrow.
Dude, Katie's going to be hugging everybody. I'm going to be walking around handing out beads. It's going to be cold, so we're going to be bundled up. It's going to be awesome.
Right on. It's time for a trending report. Where's my little trending music? Oh, there it is, you guys. So we like to give you a bunch of local stories that's floating around versus all that Hollywood nonsense. Katie, what's going on locally?
Yeah, well, the big story out of Denver today is that plane that caught fire at DIA.
Whoops.
Pretty crazy, actually. It left Colorado Springs for Dallas-Fort Worth and had to make an emergency landing in Denver. The pictures are insane. I mean, this aircraft is on fire. Like, the flames are coming from the
There's
airplane.
the thick black smoke, too.
Yeah, 178 people were on board. 12 people were taken to the hospital with just minor injuries, and that's all we have as far as people's condition as of now. We don't quite know how it started, what happened. All we know is that was an emergency landing that they had to make at DIA, and still getting to the bottom of it.
We got one passenger if we want to hear from him.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's horrible audio.
Gosh,
but yeah.
To think
Scary.
I mean, again, I don't love flying anyway, and every time that you take off or land, I'm always so apprehensive about it. I'm like, oh, I'm anxious. So
I hope the wheels are down. I hope the wheels
know.
are down.
And you know when it hits, it's always like, and you're
How
like,
is it?
Like, yeah.
Oh, one more time. What was that? Okay.
But when it happens, like, it's just so, like, once it happens, you're just so grateful that it happened. But can you imagine happening and then just
I'm sorry, how does it go?
and then just flames everywhere. Like,
terrifying.
That is just not.
I wonder if that was a
something anyone
battery
wants to
pack
deal with.
issue. Did somebody's battery pack explode, or was it actually the plane?
Someone didn't put their phone on airplane mode.
That's what happened.
Gosh, let's not let it be that, because then I'm really going to not like
it's not
flying.
that. I've had
but-
pilots say it doesn't do anything.
well, again, we're not sure what happened here. All we know is that
I couldn't tell what was on fire. Was it the outside of the plane or the inside?
It was
they
the
just say-
outside.
yeah, and the back of it.
In the back of it.
Yeah.
It was really,
Wonder
because it
what's
wasn't
back
like an
there.
engine or anything like that. It was really weird. Yeah. And I saw, like, I don't know if something fell off the plane, but the ground was on fire. I thought it was like a gas leak or something. It was weird.
Yeah, and I was just looking at the story to see if anything had been updated or anything yet, if they had any new information about it. We still just know an American Airlines flight at DIA caught fire, and they're still getting to the bottom of it.
They got it on the ground, though, and what did it sound like?
That is how it's. You know what I'm talking about? When the wheels land on the ground, that's the sound it makes, and it's like, makes you feel like you just landed. I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
That's all right. I just wanted you to make it. What was the sound again? Okay. Next story.
Okay. Hey, this gluten-free bakery in Longmont. We want to give them some props because they were on Shark Tank recently and they got a shark in their corner. So Good Love Foods owner Chanel says that she has cracked that code for gluten-free bakery products. And, she says, Jeremy and Josh, I'm sure you've tried gluten-free products at some point in your
Little
life.
dry, usually.
You know they're missing something, right?
The gluten.
The gluten.
The flavor. The flavor,
missing
generally.
gluten.
The goodness of the
Exactly.
food.
And she said, Chanel, that she has cracked that code with gluten-free products. So she sells
What does that
pre-made.
mean?
Well, she says that she knows what it takes to make it taste good, even though it's gluten-free. And she said that people who try her products, they have to look at the wrapper to confirm they're not consuming gluten.
Good for
'cause
her.
Even they can't believe it. So she goes on Shark Tank and she's like, this is what I'm asking for. Here's where I'm at with my business. Right now, she is still doing a lot of the work herself. So they haven't rolled out that like
assembly
automated
line,
assembly
yeah.
line. Thank you.
Mhm.
So they haven't rolled that out yet. And that was the big caveat for them not wanting to be a part of her team. They're like, if you're not in the grocery stores,
Yeah,
are
you can't mass
already-
produce.
Yeah, we don't know if we want to really team up with you. But Lori Grainer was like, no, I'm going to get you in all the grocery stores.
She's the
girl."
QVC lady.
She is. And so
she's the one I would pick too.
And she's really excited about this product. She's like, I feel like we're going to make Good Love Foods a national household name by the end of the year. And their first step is getting them into all the grocery stores. So,
Well,
if you
that's
see-
exciting.
Yeah,
I wanna try her
gluten-free.
stuff now.
I do
Yeah.
too. She said that again. She's been doing a lot of the work herself. She's cut 80,000 cinnamon rolls since she started all this.
That's
so
a job I'd like to have.
Really
That's
made me
not a
want to
bad
try
job,
those
yeah.
cinnamon rolls. So as soon as she said it, I was like, 80,000 cinnamon rolls.
Is that like
oh
her
my
main
gosh.
thing? Is that
Well, she does
cinnamon rolls?
everything. She
Oh,
does
okay.
croissants, she does donuts,
Cool.
bakery items, all of it. But again, they're pre-made and frozen, so you can make them in your home or business or
That's
whatever.
cool.
Good
So,
for her.
Yay! We'll have to see again. If you see Good Love Foods in the grocery store, shout out to you, Longmont, right?
That's cool.
Looking at you. Okay, so Josh, this one's for you. Denver is hosting an exclusive Lego event for adults.
Oh my gosh, that sounds kind
Yay.
of creepy, but
Virgins unite.
only adults.
Calling all virgins.
Well, because they say, here's the thing. Lego is like the most recognized toy brand in the world.
It's
and it's because kids love it, and so do adults.
Never heard of it.
The 80s children have grown up and become toy-loving adults, Jeremy. And so that's where they say
Yeah.
Lego really has stood the test of time. And, you know, it, along with Barbie and all the other
He-Man.
classic toys.
Masters of the Universe.
they're-
Yeah,
you know
they
what I
have
mean?
those though. They have
He-Man.
Lego
Yeah.
everything, and
They don't have Lego He-Man.
And well, and we say they
I bet they
should
do.
make a Lego
They need Lego
He-Man.
He-Man.
Oh, that's a great
I have a minifig
idea.
of He-Man that I got at Comic-Con a few
you
years
can buy
ago.
Mega Masters of the Universe, the building Lego right now.
Okay,
Send me that link.
you can do it.
It's $200,
Oh my gosh.
but
You don't
Yeah.
care. Yeah.
This is really
He's
cool.
Spending
Katie,
that
hold on,
money.
look at
Send me that
That
link.
is really neat. Oh, it's
It's the-
He-Man's house.
it's
What's
the
the house
He-Man's-
called again?
It's just He-Man's house.
It is
You
just
can leave it
He-Man's
there. Yeah.
house? Okay. I thought
The
that
House of He-Man.
no, it's Castle Grayskull.
No, just leave it at
Castle
He-Man's house. It's
Grayskull.
He-Man's house.
No,
It's fine.
that I knew there
There's
was a name
6
for
posable
it.
minifigs.
See?
I love posable minifigs.
There you
And
go.
good for you, it's ages 14 plus.
Boom. I
I
can
think,
do it.
I think
Send
you
me that
should
link.
both attend this Lego event for adults. It's happening April 24th through the 27th.
I think I'll be there.
You
I
should.
really do, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
So I think it's at the convention center.
Mhm.
I think
That's good.
But they're going to have a graffiti wall, racetracks, minifig trading, Jer.
I love minifig trading.
mock displays
and graffiti walls.
and sumo bot wrestling with Lego bots.
This event just keeps getting better and
That's
better.
so much fun.
I can't poke fun.
Yay.
There's some sort of big toy event coming to the National Western Complex, I think, too, that's coming up, and I'm thinking about going to it.
I'd go with you.
Like
That'd
a bunch
be
of
fun.
vintage toys and collectibles. I kind
Yeah.
of want to go.
I think you guys would have a lot of fun at
We're
stuff
so
like that.
dorky, but it's so
You are
fun.
So
Yeah, but you have a wife and kids, man.
dorky.
I'm the one that.
Yeah, you're the one who
look
should
bad.
be worried.
Yeah, yeah.
Although Nicole might leave me.
She sees you at more He-Man conventions. Yeah.
I was
Is that a
just-
He-Man t-shirt you're wearing?
Or are you just
No.
happy to
Which
see
is an
me?
actual line that has been said in my house.
She might leave you.
Might happen,
She might
actually.
leave.
I mean, I didn't realize it was.
What are you
at
looking at
that
over there,
extent.
Katie? You
I was
really,
just
like,
making sure it was at the Denver Convention Center, so I was
Doesn't
putting
matter.
out the right information,
All right.
Jeremy.
What else you
Want
got?
to make sure I vet my stuff. So reservations for Hanging Lake are going to open soon. I am very excited about this. Monday at 8 is when you can book your spot. You do need a reservation to hike Hanging Lake because people ruined it for us.
Yeah.
That trail just outside of Glenwood Springs. I do believe last year they were closed for the majority of the season because they had to make sure the trail was okay. And
They had
do
the
some-
fires and stuff, didn't they?
Exactly, at
Yeah.
the fires and whatnot. But again, you do have to make a reservation for this. I've never been to Hanging Lake, so I want to go so badly. I've only seen pictures.
That's one that I'm
Um,
shocked that like Jeremy and I have both been there,
I
and you
know.
haven't. Like I thought
I
you've seen every type
know.
of waterfall that you could see.
I was
know.
really disappointed when I got there because it's not hanging from anything. Honestly, it's right there on the ground.
It's
Well, I mean, you can't expect.
It's not what I was expecting at
What
all.
did you expect? Like it was going to be
Uh,
hanging from the
like
sky?
hanging from a tree or
From the
something.
tree.
And I got there and it's just like a normal lake on the ground.
It's still very
The
pretty.
trees might have burned down, but I think they were supposed to look like you could hang from the trees and swing into the lake. That was kind of the whole
It's
thing.
not what I was
No,
expecting at all.
You were very
I
disappointed.
was like, we
in
got a
hanging lake.
levitating lake. This is a once in a lifetime thing to go see. And it's only in Colorado.
You thought you were going to go to a
It was
levitating lake.
It was hanging in the air is what I thought. And we got there and it's right on the stupid ground.
Can't make everybody happy, Jer. Sorry, right on the stupid ground where lakes go, but whatever. So Westminster cops
0 stars on Yelp.
Westminster cops are looking for a burglar, and this guy broke into an apartment at 1 a.m., ate some of the food in the kitchen, and then took a nap on the couch before taking off with
You need to find this guy and date him.
I know, right?
This is your
It's
guy.
so funny. I was like, this is what I'd do if I actually broke into a place.
This is your
I'd-
man.
I'd eat something and then I'd probably nap. But they took off with some electronics and the blanket that they were sleeping with on the couch. So cops are
heck?
still looking for this guy. And actually, the crazy and scary thing is people were home when this happened.
Yeah, they were
So
probably asleep
the
at 1 in the
family,
morning.
They were asleep in their bedrooms and they say they didn't hear anything. And the only reason this is even coming to light is because it was caught on their cameras. But yeah, they're still looking for the napping burglar, as they've dubbed him.
What a weirdo.
If you've seen him.
He had to have been wasted.
He must have
He was
been.
I'm just hungry, need a blanket and like a Nintendo Switch. That's it.
You look like a snack.
Seriously, though, if they find this guy, look him up because that is your.
That's my soulmate right
he's
there?
your spirit animal.
They'll release his mugshot when they get him. You can check
He
him
might
out.
be sexy.
There is
Sexy
a mugshot
AF.
of him, and he's not ugly. But
Reach out.
This is
I
who
can
you
change
think
it.
I should
This
date?
is the official.
It just
I can
might be a
change
little
it.
hiccup in his
A
life
criminal?
resume.
You want me to date
So
somebody
what?
with a record?
Criminals can turn their lives around.
Uh-huh.
Look at Robert
Criminals
Downey
need
Jr.
love too.
So we both eat, and you think that's enough for me to date
and nap
this
and lay on the
guy?
couch all day. This is your guy.
And you could probably steal the blankets off of him. You know.
And you love soft blankets.
I do love
Make
soft
it
blankets.
happen. Go bail him out.
Be like Mariah.
And then he can bail your heart out.
Oh gosh,
I love you.
My heart's just fine, thank you.
There you go. That's the trending report, I guess.
I don't need him to steal my heart.
That's it. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. Let's see what's going on with traffic. Jeremy, Katy, Josh, with Denver's best music, Mix 100, having a fun Friday show. We'll be getting out here in just a little bit, but Big Rob will be sneaking in after us, and he does that 90 minutes of commercial-free starting at 11:30 every day. So stick around for that, and make sure you come see us at the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Tomorrow, you guys. It's tomorrow.
It is.
The parade starts at 9:30, so make sure you get down there and get those posters out that say Denver's best beads, and we'll give you some beads and come get a selfie with you. More information, mix100.com. So off the air, Katy was talking about walking. You are really, really into walking now.
I like walking. Yeah,
You
I always
do.
have.
You're walking everywhere.
Yeah, well, getting your steps in is important, and I have averaged about 11,000 this last year, so this year I've upped it, and I'm at like 15,000 a day. That's how many I try and get in. So I do walk a lot. I like
Brag
it.
much?
I like to be
Strong calves on this one.
I like to be outside, especially when it's sunny, and I mean, come on, we get those Rocky Mountains to look at. Who doesn't love
Come
that?
on now.
Who doesn't love that?
So
Would you look at that?
I know. Would you look at that? I know you were complaining the other day because somebody yelled at you because you said, on the left!
I did.
On the left!
Well, and again, like when I do hike, it's usually, down in Colorado Springs on a random trail that nobody's at. And my new walk is very populated. There's a lot of people on my new walk. And so maybe it's me having to get used to that.
Maybe it's me.
Maybe I don't need to say on the left to all the people because they're just used to all the people out on this trail. So
Yeah.
I learned something this week. Maybe I don't have to say on
You
the
don't
left.
have to.
But what I wanted to ask you guys is when you're out walking, because I know you walk too, Josh, you run, you're out and about.
I walk
and
too. I run
when
and
you
walk, yeah.
when you see people coming at you, do you say hi to them? Do you give them a wave? Do you give them a nod? Are you like, good afternoon, good morning? Nice day for a walk, isn't it? Do you do any of those things?
Oh, are you addressing Josh or me?
Both of you.
Oh, Josh, go for it.
Oh, I do. If
Yeah?
if I'm walking, I don't start a full-on conversation, but I give a nod. It's like
Yeah.
a guy thing. You nod. And
You
then,
nod.
How are you now?
Yep. That's
You
I mean,
acknowledge.
truthfully, you acknowledge, and then that's it.
Or the
That's
chin up.
it.
Hey, what's up?
Exactly. You
Well,
acknowledge.
the chin up is for friends.
What's up?
The nod is for people you don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chin
there
up
you go.
and nod.
Up, down.
Up,
Yes.
down, up, down.
Jeremy, do you?
Usually when I'm walking, we have got this little little lake in our neighborhood, so
Yeah.
that's usually when we're walking. So our dilemma usually is you say hi the first time you see him, but
Yeah.
if you're doing multiple loops, do you have to say hi again on loop 2 or loop 3?
Long time no see.
I know.
I know, you
and
say
then by the
something
third
like
time,
that.
you're like, you just kind of give him one of these.
You just go.
We're
home.
still out here.
Well, and I think that at least people are acknowledging your existence. What I don't like are the people who just don't even look at you. And I came across that a lot yesterday where, you're walking and you give them the nod or you even would say, hey, good afternoon. And they just wouldn't.
How do you do?
Look at you at all. But, I am under the camp of I usually do just do the nod. I don't usually say anything. I'm typically
Wave,
pretty
yeah.
quiet. I'm listening to my music and stuff. So I'll just give a little wave, give a little nod. But yesterday I noticed that like so many people were not saying hi to me or anything. And I was like, oh my gosh, people are just kind of rude today. And then I came across this guy who, as soon as I came up to him, he just said very loudly, hello there. And I was like,
Jeez.
And then I had to answer him, and I wasn't expecting to
Hello
talk to
yourself.
No, it was like, hi.
And you
'Cause
hated it.
I
That's
didn't
why
know I
people
was
don't
going to
say
talk.
hi.
Like, I
Hi.
I felt so silly. But so I learned something from him, though. I'm like, oh, if I want people to acknowledge me, maybe I just have to verbally say,
You just have to say hi.
Good afternoon. So then the next person I came across, I
You're
literally
so
said,
needy.
I said,
You're so cute.
hi. And then they still ignored me. And then I felt stupid.
You're like, who's
I
this
was
creep?
I know it didn't work out well for me. But then I just got in my head thinking, I wonder how many people actually say hi when they're walking. So I'm glad we had this conversation.
How would you have said it?
What do you
Here I
mean?
am walking up on you.
Yeah.
All right, look at me walk.
Yeah. And then I'm
Now you
walking
walk,
up
you
at
do the movements too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now
And
how
then
would
I'd
you
see
say it?
you, and I just do the nod.
No, how would you say hi?
I'd be, hi.
That's too much.
It's
It's too much hi.
It's a facial
What are you, a
expression,
parrot?
too.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Give
Little
you want a
softer.
cracker? What?
A little softer next time.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi,
Hey, how you
that's
doing?
sweeter.
Hey, sup? Can I say sup?
Sup works, I
Sup-
think.
is that- no, Josh is like, don't say sup
Hi.
ever again, actually.
That's it. We're done. We're out of here. We're leaving. We put in our week. We're going to get out of here. You can come see us tomorrow, though, during the St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Denver St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Yes.
It kicks off at 9:30 tomorrow morning. We'll be out there in our green skiddly diddly doo.
So excited for this.
You gonna have beads? You got your beads ready?
I do. I've got beads ready to go. We got to meet the
Shirts?
parade people already, so I
Good
feel
people.
like I feel like we have our bases covered and we're ready for this parade tomorrow.
Yep, so come see us. It'll be a lot of fun. The three of us will be down there. Big Rob, Nina, we'll have the Mix 100 vehicle, and we'll be tossing beads and smiles at everybody. If you want more information, Denver St. Patrick's Day Parade.com. All right, before we get out of here, I have one final story for you guys. This is kind of neat. Researchers have created some sort of new technology where it's a fabric that can generate electricity. So that means one day you can use your hoodie to charge your phone.
Oh.
So as you're out walking, Katie, you're generating electricity. You have a little plug in there. And as you back and forth, you can actually create electricity. Charge all your devices while you're walking around. Isn't that
you
neat?
just shock the heck out of somebody that you
right?
touch or come in contact with.
Well, I'm excited because I can finally harness the power of my nipples on fleece, and I've been waiting for this moment for a very long
This is
time.
it, huh?
Very long time.
I thought you were going to say nipples on fleek.
That's
Nope.
the joke.
On
That's
fleece.
the joke.
On fleece, Katie.
Well, they are on fleek, so
There you go.
We'll see you
my
Monday
gosh.
morning. We're Jeremy, Katie, Josh, Denver's Mix 100.
Bye.
See ya.